I realize I got like 400 tabs open. Holy crap. Give me a second. How we doing? I think I'm the only one that's live actually talking about the tournament today. I'll take it. Kind of excited to be here. I told you guys we would take a break, right? We got to rest the voice in prep for SLC this weekend. We're going crazy. This is going to be a chill vibes broadcast, okay? 400 tabs? No, okay, I don't. I just had a whole separate Edge browser open with tabs, and I didn't even realize it. You know what I mean? And then I just, like, closed that. I think we're good. I'm just getting organized. We got a lot of videos to watch together today as we prep for the tournament. We got some Reddit threads to read through. Time to get situated. All right. How we doing, guys? Hello, hello. God, I feel naked on broadcast today. Hold on, get me off the screen. Hello, hello. Good evening. Happy Thursday. Hope y'all are doing well. Excited for the tournament. YouTube and Twitch. Marcus, Fry, Oni, Rascal, BioBeat, Autism, Travis, JM. I can't read it all. This is a classic problem. I appreciate all you guys for hanging out. Who's first in the Twitch chat? J Bohoa. What's good, man? Pabs, welcome. Hammy, please top. King Titan, B-Hook. How we doing? Who's excited for the tournament tomorrow? It's go time. Little autism? I mean, I'm just reading your name, bro. I'm reading names. My bad. What time will my stream start? Right before the broadcast begins. I assume, what, like 11:30? When's it start? 12? We got to figure it all out tonight. My word, is that ever an epic song. We're going to go for something a little bit more chill, though. King J didn't get his real ID. Yeah, so a lot of different updates on what's happening with the event this weekend. Good ones, mostly. A few negative ones. First, I guess, being King J, unfortunately, didn't make it across... well, I guess he's already in the U.S., right? He didn't make it to SLC. He didn't have his ID. I don't know the full details, but... The reason why this is important is because it hurts FaZe. If we want to start there, if we want to just take a browse through Twitter a little bit, FaZe will not have a coach at this rate. Somebody's going to have to step up. King J says, I won't be at SLC. TSA is refusing to let me through security because I don't have a real ID. GG's to the comp. Huh? And he doesn't have a passport either. What the fuck is a real ID? Are you saying license don't work? As of 2 months ago, if your shit don't have a little gold star on it, you ain't flying. Federal law that sets new standards for state-issued driver's license and identification cards to enhance security and prevent fraudulent identification. In efforts to prevent fraudulent identification, they've gotten more stringent with their principles here. And even if you're in the U.S. already, you can't get into the freaking state, I guess. I don't know. You can use a passport. Apparently, he doesn't have a passport. How do you not have a passport, though? I'm not here to judge. All I'm going to say is this is unfortunate for FaZe. King J recently joined the team as a coach, and around the same time, their chemistry actually started to improve. They've been putting a lot of work in practicing together, and I would still expect them to be ready and to, be in top form, regardless of whether or not the coach is there. But, having a coach is a big deal. I think a good indication of that is how important it was that Optic got Lunchbox as a coach earlier in the year. instead of Tusk. Not to call it Tusk. I'm just saying they really valued Lunchbox and his efforts, and apparently Formal, begged the man to get him coaching. They can help establish positive vibes for the team. They can keep the team comfortable. They can get you Snicker bars and monsters, which apparently is key to success if you're Legend, right? As part of a balanced breakfast, a Snicker bar and a monster. And if it wasn't for Lunchbox, Legend might not be eating. Dav, this is my broadcast. I set the music in my own broadcast. Come on. APG going to coach FaZe Clan? APG is going to have a BTH watch party. APG and Maniac are on the road with their watch party for the first time, so they'll be showing up at the venue. Obviously, they were at the previous 2 events, but that was in Texas. This is a little different, so I'm sure their focus will be on the watch party. APG will not be coaching FaZe. There might be some other coaches at the event who are open to stepping up and participating in some way. The issue is the chemistry is not going to be there in the same capacity. And it's almost worse to have a new coach jump in unless that coach is heavily established. Like, for example, Royal One. If Royal One was to jump in last second, then, I think that could salvage things like it did at the previous major. But Royal One, this time, I don't think he's going to be at the event, right? He's having a baby. Or already had one. I don't know the details, but congratulations to him, right? Separately from that, though, I think it's mostly good news as far as like who's at the venue and made it to the event. I haven't seen anything about specific players not being able to make it, though. What's his name? Z10. Who's the player on Z10 who's having an issue? He's going to be late. Walshy coaching? That'd be pretty cool. But Walshy's not, I don't think, heavily invested in the current meta of the game and whatnot. I'm not sure how actively invested he is in Halo at this point. Obviously, he's still a great commentator, but to be a coach, you got to be very, in the middle of it. Let me dream. Sika, that's who it was. Let's bring Sika up. Is it 2 S's? SS? Sika? What the hell is Sika's Twitter? Found him. Sika. Update. They couldn't give me another flight until Thursday. I'll arrive late Thursday night after 16-hour travel day for a land on Friday morning. Can't wait. So Sika's coming in from Europe. He's got to adjust to the time zone changes. And he's going to be arriving late tonight, apparently. And then he's got to go to bed and wake up early in the morning for the tournament. So not ideal circumstances for Sika, but at least he's making it to the event. We've definitely had worst case scenarios than this. So I guess that's not like the end of the world, right? Though it just sucks for him. How we do, Ninja? Welcome, brother. Separately from that, some cool announcements about the new operation coming up. It looks like that Carbine is coming. I don't see any announcement about the Carbine dropping with the operation, but those leaked images have me optimistic that we got a new weapon coming into the game, whether it's with this operation or a future one. That Carbine, I sincerely hope, is like an actual, competitive, viable precision weapon, but we'll see. They recently posted this new 20-tier operation pass with like armor and weapons models and whatnot. 50-tier premium pass you can instantly unlock. Here, this. Nighthawk weapon coatings, green visor, mixer visor, personal Spartan weapon charm. Cool. More importantly, Tashi with a tweet said, as part of this, we'll also show some of what's coming to ranked. What's coming to rank? So Tashi already confirming that there's new changes coming to rank that they'll showcase at SLC. And finally reveal the first bundle of the HCS partnered team customization. Finally. Right, we've been waiting on that for a long time. Did a little something special for Shopify and TSM since they're new to the program. And this year, we're leaning into different weaponry to customize. Something to keep in mind with the changes to weapon customization recently is they added the skin feature for weapons outside of UNSC, like the shock rifle you can add skins to, the heat wave, and a few others, right? So maybe just continuing to build on that while finally getting the partner skins and new updates to ranked. So that all sounds exciting, and I hope that with that ranked update comes the Carbine at some point too. Maybe they throw it on the maps, right? I know that the community has been talking about the lack of weapon diversity on the maps and that there's been too many GAs and they killed the game, etc. I think that balance is important, but with a weapon like the Carbine, historically at least, it's worked well in competitive. So it adds something new to the mix. Check Jay comment. He has an update for Omit. An update for Omit? You want to link it to me? I don't blame TSA. Haven't flown in 2 years. And a day, it's 100% my fault, okay? Convor. Guess we're #1 open bracket team now. Hella unfortunate to omit Black. Bro, I did just see a tweet from Ice Kid. Fuck, man. What's the sit rep with Omit Black? If you guys aren't aware, Omit Black is the second Omit roster. It's kind of like the AM roster, I guess you could say. Not the main team, or I don't know if it's main and whatever, but like not Sparty's team. That's just Omit, so Sparty, Lethal, Barcode, Breaking Shot, and Huss. And then there's Omit Black, which is Ice Kid and 3 others. I actually don't know off the top of my head. And they had a good shot of breaking into pool play. Will FaZe have a sub and coach? We were just talking about how it would be difficult to find a coach to sub that would be an adequate replacement because they'd need time to like build chemistry. They might be able to find somebody who... it'd have to be somebody with a lot of coaching experience that could step in, though they'd be working with FaZe for the first time. Because it's not going to be Royal One. It's not going to be King J at this point. FaZe don't necessarily need a coach to still play well. They've got a lot of IGL like leadership within the team already. You know, I'm sure that they'll find a way to manage. But you know, having a coach is helpful. The issue is finding somebody who's experienced and who will be able to benefit the team this late. He's talking about this. Yeah. I mean, I clicked that link. And all I see is this, but no details. #1 open bracket team now. Hella unfortunate to omit Black. So it sounds like omit Black, one player or more or something, cannot make it to the venue. I'm just looking for specific details on what happened. Sub coach might be worse than no coach at all. Yeah, that's kind of my concern, right? Because like having a new coach jump in, especially if they're not highly experienced, and don't have any sort of like rapport built up with the team, then it could hurt them more than help them, right? What if it throws them off their game in some way? I don't freaking know. This is a tricky balancing act. It's almost better that they have no coach unless there's somebody at the venue. Like a good person to step in would be like a Hoaxer or Alumnate or something like that. But they're probably, you know, I know Hoaxer's already coaching. Alumnate, I'm not sure if he's even currently involved in the game. You'd need an experienced coach to step in. What happened with King J? He couldn't make it into SLC. He had trouble at TSA. He didn't have a ID that was acceptable. And they've changed some rules around IDs at customs, essentially. Things have gotten more strict recently in the last couple of months. He doesn't have a passport either, supposedly. I don't know. Tusk? Yeah, maybe. Again, Tusk doesn't have a rapport built up with FaZe. So I don't know. APG will not coach. Can't just drive? Apparently it's a 36-hour drive. Maybe he can. I don't know if it's like possible for him, but like it sounds challenging. At the very least, if he did do it, he wouldn't be there till like Saturday or something. My time to shine. Pack up and get to SLC right now. Nah, bro. We would hurt them more than help them, you know? Is that all we need to know as far as updates regarding teams? Is there any other like pertinent information? Something, you know, like negative things? Can we get that out the way? Because I think mostly we got positives to look forward to. It sounds like everybody else has kind of made it safely, you know, or if they're en route, hopefully are making it safely. No freaking idea, Bong. Come on, don't put that chat in here, man. Let's not have that kind of conversation, man. Not respectable. We've got multiple videos made by different organizations in Broward as well that I was thinking we could watch together. Royal 2 gets montaged. I don't know. Shopify Rebellion have a video that I haven't seen. Formal and Optic had their podcast a couple days ago. It's long, though. It's, 50 minutes. There were some, important topics that they discussed about the state of HCS, and Formal had a tweet about it recently that was kind of nice to see. Or just valid, I guess. Like, he's not worried about it. The situation right now, we'll deal with it when we get there, like as far as the state of HCS. On a serious note, sucks to see Halo end this year for Infinite. Not sure what the plans are after Worlds. We'll cross that bridge once we get there. More importantly, just focus on finishing the rest of this year. 3 out of 3. Okay. They're trying to go 3 for the 3-peat, right, this year and beyond. Excited to start HCS SLC this weekend. Just focus on what we got in front of us. And it sounds like, thankfully there are still updates coming to this game. Whether they're small or what. Even like any changes to ranked whatsoever has me optimistic that they'll maybe replace Fortress with something. I know it's super late in the season at this point, but it'd be nice to throw a new map in the mix, or throw some new weapons in the mix, or something like that. We're gonna get hyped for tomorrow. Glad we're doing it live. Hey, let's get it. We're here. Greatest modern Halo duo. Y'all interested? This is a video from Broward. He put this together. 11 minutes 40. Push our bomb. Thinking we start with this. Sensei Blaze, what's up, man? Welcome. How you doing? I don't know what this is. It's about the Bound and Legend duo. It might go, back into their past as players or what. Midoshi, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I figure we just kind of cover all of the available content that's come out about the event together.
Just secured their second tournament win of the year, but let's rewind to where Optic couldn't get out of second. See, last season,
is this AI?
Optic
the voice,
was
maybe?
stuck in a rut, second place again and again and again. After 3 straight losses to Space Station Gaming, it was clear something had to change. Formal,
sure, Sensei. Yeah, we're trying to build up a little bit of anticipation for the event.
Truly compete. He needed more than talent.
I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with what team I get for Halo next year. I'm only going to play Halo again.
Talk predictions.
I feel that I have a team that's going to win every single event.
And he had his eyes on 2 rising stars who had already begun dominating the scene. 2 rising stars that were responsible for almost all the second places he received last year. And a duo with raw aggression, synergy, and the attitude of the legendary Ogre Twins.
What?
Meet Bound and Legend, the fire at the core of today's Optic gaming. Their streak started long before
Welcome, BJ.
Optic, and it dates back to 2024.
I think it's an AI voice.
Legend left Quadrant to join SSG, making him EU's first ever player to be recruited to NA. Bound had just replaced Renegade, an all-time great. They both had immense pressure on their shoulders, but both players started rising through the ranks fast. Bound, a faceless phenom from Halo 5, and Legend, a European slayer with incredible objective play. Their speed, mechanics, and clutch factor made them dominant in matchmaking.
Yeah, it's not Broward's
and
voice.
Soon in tournament play. At HCS Arlington, their worlds collided. Bound and Legend played side by side on SSG and took home a historic win against Optic. It was Legend's first championship and the first time a European
about
had
legit.
ever
Relax.
won an HCS title.
He had to
But that
compile
was
all
just
this
the
together
beginning,
and write
the
the
team
script
would
and
fall
everything. What are you
back
talking about?
during HCS London, coming in 4th place.
This
But
video
during
ain't it?
HCS Atlanta,
Why you guys
Legend
hate?
and Bound would come out on top and get their second win together.
Good to have
This
you, Midoshi.
win
Welcome.
would be the start to their great journey, and the duo stayed.
Hold on, there is not a lot of Halo content in the community right now. The fact that we would call this lazy or like this not it ain't it or what, you know what I mean? It's like, seriously, guys, what videos are y'all making?
Together
The
lived
script is
together
AI generated too, is it?
and trained together. In fact, Legend moved in with Bound for all of
No
2024.
appreciation.
Fortunately, Bound offered me to live with him and
90%, including the
they have been
clips?
very nice to me, so the transition has been really, really easy.
At the next major, HCS Salt Lake City, they ran it back. After falling to Optic in quarters, they stormed through the losers bracket, but with a close call from Cloud9. And if they lost this series, this would put SSG at
I will say like the music and the script is making kind of a dramatic storyline out of something that I feel like was kind of chill at Abound and Legend. Like just knowing the guys and their personalities. Like, yes, they're very driven to win. They grind incessantly, but like they're pretty like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like they're like, let's just win, bro. And I'm like, just put in the work and just shit on their opponents, and there's not like a lot to go. You know what I mean? Like this, it's not like very deep, I guess.
12 placement, but C9
a lot of
was
money
no match
matches
for them,
into
with Bound
5
somehow staying alive
a.m.
bottom mid.
grinding.
Bound
Just living, breathing the game.
Man, he's gonna try and
Results speak for
capitalize
themselves.
on the damage bottom middle.
Doesn't quite get the need though.
This play would send Cloud9 home, and SSG would climb their way back up to Optic and beat them.
But stuff like this
resetting the
is
bracket
important in the
and doing
community,
it
though.
again.
Like
this would be the first ever losers bracket round 1 tournament
building
win
an emotional
in
storyline
Infinite's
around there. Come
history.
on.
Bound and Legend weren't just hot. Okay, who is scripting this? Who is scripting this? They were relentless. By the time Halo Worlds came around, SSG hadn't dropped a single series during Worlds. And once again, it was Optic versus SSG in the finals. With Bound's Super Saiyan hair and Legend's lightning fast movement, SSG closed out the season with yet another win, and Legend was named MVP of the 2024 HCS season.
Thank you.
This is
Hey,
a
there we
good
go.
moment right here.
There's the trophy lift. Is there anything that you want to say in French to any of your French fans that might be watching?
Merci à tous les fans français de m'avoir supporté pendant ces 3 années et je vais continuer de vous rendre fiers.
I loved it. I don't know what you said, but I know it was wonderful.
3 tournaments,
Marcus
3
Mendes.
wins, 1 unstoppable duo. With Bound and Legend on a heater, Formal was the opposite. This was the breaking point. 5 second place finishes, 5 heartbreaks. He needed a new team, or he was done.
Yeah, so I
Almost
mean,
fed up.
I'm only really gonna play Halo if I have a team that I think can win every event. I'm not gonna go with, you know, a team that I don't have full confidence in that should be getting first every event. So we'll see.
He knew who he needed, Bound and Legend. He built a new Optic roster with Bound, Legend, and Renegade.
LVT
who
dropped a
doesn't
vid.
need
I'm down to
an
watch that.
introduction. Their first test for the team was at HCS Arlington. With Optic being one of the biggest orgs in gaming, they were under pressure from online losing to Shopify, which made predictions almost be completely in Shopify's favor, making
Interesting.
Optic the underdogs. Optic was off to a rough start.
Knowing what we know now,
A
look at those
loss to
predictions,
Nemesis,
right?
Then a brutal Game 5 against Shopify, with Legend accidentally nading his teammate.
Next kill will win.
Oh my God.
Renegade takes
There were a few moments like that, honestly, not just the team that.
This play would alter the course for Optic, taking them and Shopify to a Game 5 and being defeated yet again. Bound and Legend were in the losers bracket early, unexpectedly. With how well they played last year, things were looking shaky. But with Bound's speed and composure and Legend's clutch objective play, they fought back. They tore through the bracket, even getting their revenge on Nemesis.
That first series, the
surprisingly
bracket
good EU
reset,
roster that beat them in pool
insanity.
play. Optic took down
In grand
Shopify in a
finals?
rematch. But a close call for sure. With Optic resetting the bracket, all they needed to do was keep their composure as a team and remain dominant on the map. But with Shopify being a menacing team, the two would meet at a last stand Game 7. But the words
I got
from
the
Legend
SR video
echoed
ready.
through the team.
Dude, Sabri's tip for this, he literally, all he said was, we're just being tested, bro. That's literally all he said, straight face. Didn't say anything else.
That's the coldest I've ever.
Know that, and I
Game 6, they choked the flag cap, and what? Backs against the wall. SR could win it all there. Legend says we're just being tested.
literally like,
Oh my
walked in.
God.
And so a battle would rage on between the two teams, but with the strength of Legend's words, Optic, Formal, and the Green Wall would finally secure their first win in ages. This win would be Bound and Legend's 4th win in a row. The Arlington aftermath was chaos. Every org wanted a new team that could match Optic's heat. It put the whole league on notice and instilled seeds of doubt in teams that thought Optic was less resilient than they proved themselves to be. Then came DreamHack, a shocking start. Optic lost to TSM and Shopify. Deja vu all over, with Optic having to make a losers bracket run yet again. Bound and Legend, they've been here before, once on SSG and once now on Optic with this very team.
Wait, what are you
Down
talking about,
10
Juggernaut?
points to SSG on Solitude, the team and this duo was looking grim, but with
Hi, Nitty,
Legend
welcome.
being
Thank you, man.
one-shot reverse 5ing Stellar, this is where tides would turn. With Bound taking on 2 players at once and the whole team capitalizing on spawns, this would be the turning point for Optic. This Game 5 mattered the most.
This
as
Saturday
it
was
could
historic
eliminate
for
one of the
sure.
2 teams, but down 19 to 29,
Probably the
they
best Saturday
broke
of the year, that's for
SSG
sure.
and sent them home for top 8. Staying in the fight for Sunday, Optic didn't just win, they dominated. With the duo,
This slide
in the
Legend
fight
had hit
for
in this
Sunday,
moment. They're catching the
Optic
tail end of it, right? This G slide was like something I've never seen done again. The range that he got on it, this outplay on Trippy.
didn't just win, they dominated. With the duo beating
JW,
every
the
team
only
who
man
stood
to
in their
ever beat
way.
the Legend
total
Bound
map
duo.
count was 14
And now he's
to
on the
1,
team.
meaning they 3-0'd their rivals Shopify and TSM, then going on to later beat FaZe and only lose one singular
Welcome, Barbosa.
game. Another championship, another
Tournament
chapter
starts
in
tomorrow,
Bound
correct.
and Legends streak, with 5 total tournament wins in a row. But here's the twist. This duo is not the first to do it. See, back in Halo 2 Anniversary, a team by the name of Evil Geniuses, featuring
Fair
an
enough.
iconic duo, Roy and Lunchbox, now Optic's coach, won 5 straight events, and they kept their streak going into the early days of Halo 5. At ETS X Games, they would take the victory against CLG and earn a gold medal for their efforts. Now, 10 years later, Bound and Legend are chasing that same legacy, and they are doing it in a new era. If they keep playing
Where are they at? What was it? A 6-peat? Roy and Lunch? 6-peat. Okay,
at this
gotcha.
level, shutting down
So they win
every
this
new
event, and they
roster
get the
thrown their
6-peat.
way, Bound and Legend may go down as the
And I would say
greatest duo
arguably
in
more
modern
impressive.
Halo history.
I don't know. What was the competition like back in,
And so now is the perfect time
H2A?
to ask them questions myself. Why do you think
Was
you
it as
two
competitive
mesh
as Infinite?
so well together?
I'd say we mesh as well as we do, just because the way we go about the game, I feel like we want to play the game both very, very similar. I feel like I always kind of noticed that playing against the guy. Like the way he plays the game was very similar to how I wanted to. I feel like we're kind of like yin and yang a little bit. Like we kind of like built him over how much we played together, but just the general idea of how we wanted to play the game off the rip was just very similar. So it was very easy to be like cohesive.
I would say
I like how Bound had mentioned this in an Optic podcast, how he and Renegade could tell Legend was different by playing against him. Like, you could feel that when you're in a lobby and there's one guy who's just playing different, you know? Like, when you're playing up against it. Like, obviously, everybody on that team, Quadrant, is incredible. They're pros and top players in Europe by their own right. But Bound Renegade specifically talked about how Legend just separated himself from the rest and how difficult he was to kill in facing the 1v1.
because we both fast. We have the same vision of how we want to play the game. I feel like we have a natural teamwork, you know? I feel like we don't even have to
A lot of
talk to
high-tier
each other
players
to
in
know
H2A,
what
for
we
sure.
have to do on the moment. And I feel like that's a really strong point.
Who's the faster player between the two of you?
I like this question. I feel like it was regarding like whatever situation is in the moment. I feel
Yeah.
like sometimes like I'm quick to like try to go out and make a play, and then Sabri's also like quick to just go out and like either like wrap the map or like play an OBJ. Like I think he's the fastest OBJ player like in Halo history.
Yes.
To be honest, it honestly depends on the scenario and kind of like how we like both play the game in some scenarios too. But I don't know. It honestly just depends on the scenario. I'd say we're tied.
I would say Bound.
I kind of think that's a good answer at a Bound. I would say Bound is quicker and more mechanical and more unpredictable in the way that he approaches the game and moves on the map. Legend's like a little bit more structured, but then in the way that Legend approaches OBJ rotations, I think he's more efficient than like anybody in the game. He's just like got it down to a T, cutting every corner, hitting every aspect of tech that he needs to. Legend has the ability to hit it all, but he doesn't pull it out with the same speed and creativity that Bound will go for when he's just like acting wild, like some of the stuff he pulls off.
Because like myself, for example, I can like slow
Legend's
down,
more like well-rounded.
like, sit in a corner. I've never seen Bound do that. Like, that guy is always
Yeah, he
moving,
can't sit still.
always doing something, always looking for blood. Well,
Yeah.
I'm fast, but that guy is on another level of like fast.
What was the feeling like when you won the event from losers 3
Respectable
times?
answers.
Once with SSG and 2 back-to-back with Optic.
Can I
So,
rewind
first time we
5
did it, it was
minutes?
Pretty surreal, just because.
Big O Toe, I'm sorry, brother.
Being in that moment when we were in losers round 1 at Salt Lake City, it's like we lost.
Somebody
Like,
gotta
there's no
gift
way
you a
we win
sub
this.
unless
Like,
you
the
wanna
first time we did it, I was like,
do
wow,
the
this
honors.
is pretty special. But like now that we've done it 3 times, thinking about the fact that we're on a 5-peat and 3 of them have been from losers back round 1, at least for me, and when I think about it, I'm like, wow, that's kind of insane. And I kind of like am getting to the point where like I want to just like it to be dominant. You know what I mean?
If you guys were coming up in Classic Halo, do you think you'd make it pro?
I think we would, yeah. I know it's possible to play, like, I don't know, the way we like to play Halo is to just be max efficient. I mean, we value kills, obviously, but we just, like, try to get the kills we need. And I feel like having that idea in Classic Halos, like I'm not sure how every Classic Halo works, but I'm sure like we could make it work. I'm not saying we could dominate as hard as we do now, but we could probably get at least one win. We'll make it work.
Have you ever been nervous in a 49-49 situation, or was it
Clears
just
that
pure
duo?
adrenaline?
I feel like it depends. If it's pool play, game 2, that doesn't really matter. I don't get nervous. But if it's like, I don't know, let's say like a losers round 4, game 5, like if you lose that, you're out of the tournament. I wouldn't say I get nervous, but that gets definitely my heart like racing, bro.
Feels the pressure.
With this momentum, the spotlight is on Bound and Legend. A question for you guys is, can they keep it up? Or will the rest of the scene finally
Ranked
catch up to
matchmaking
them?
clips?
But one
Nice
thing
clip.
is for sure right now, this is the duo to beat. Thank you to Broward for giving me this opportunity to actually make this video on his channel. My name is Ronan. You may have heard of me.
There you go.
May have not, but I appreciate everybody who has watched this video all the way through. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Maybe should have had some sort of introductory note or something on screen that said narrated by the Ronan, whatever his full tag, right? So we didn't get the whole dialogue about, is this an AI voice? Is this an AI script? Broward, he doesn't even try, like, et cetera. Yeah, like, come on, guys. Y'all are, like, freaking dunking on the video. Turns out he had a guest speaker. They wrote the freaking script out. He's a robot AI. Sounds like AI. Maybe that's a compliment. I don't know. All I got to say is, you know, before y'all judge, you know, hold on a second. I do think it would have been nice if you put some sort of little narrated by thing in the start of the video so we don't even have to guess, you know, what's going on with it. Because obviously it's different than the typical Broward video.
Am I getting
Still.
montage? Wait, it's Matt. Oh my god, it's Matt. Am I getting
Okay, this is Shopify's new content. I haven't seen this either.
montage? Wait, it's Matt. Oh my god, it's Matt.
Those guys trying to be different down here.
Wait, whoa, this might be a pro. Wait, 60 FPS there.
Oh my god.
Wait, okay,
This might be a pro?
Hold on, by the way, that was a ranked Slayer map. I want to keep that in mind. What? It's inflation.
What's up, guys? SR Halo here. Today we're going to be
The vibes.
guessing what rank we think it is on the video, and if you get it right,
Oh,
you get
guess
a
the
point.
rank.
Okay, little fortress.
Oh,
What's this happening?
They show theater and cut the kill feed off or something?
Screen shake on. Okay, it's giving tells.
Whoa, shit on.
I'm going flat.
I'm gold.
I feel like it's a gold angle, but I'm gonna go flat. I think it's a gold angle.
Hold on a
On the
second.
video. What's up, guys? SR Halo here. Today we're going to be guessing what rank we think it is on the video, and if you get it right, we get a point.
I see it again.
Fortress.
Oh,
What's this happening?
Ooh, that little rescope is...
whoa, we have screen shake on. Okay, it's giving tells.
I say like low diamond. Low diamond.
I'm gold.
I feel like it's a gold angle, but I'm gonna go
Is it that
flat.
quiet?
I think it's a gold angle. It's a safe answer. Maybe I was right.
Platinum?
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever your rank is in this game, just add
Wait. They don't tell you the number within platinum. They just give you the... Because there's a... You know what I mean? There's a range, right? They just tell you
by
plat.
one.
Wait,
I see
is this a
Leaderness.
college match, bro? Like, I see USF, like.
Where'd that other guy go?
Little nasty shots right there. FPS.
I mean, like he looks high. Like I don't know.
Yeah, like...
I'm ready.
Same
Alright,
rank.
ready?
Same
I'm
or
not
low
ready.
diamond?
Wait, Matt, you ready?
I'm going back to
I'm
9.
going plat. I'm gonna go
Plat or
plat.
diamond?
It's insane.
Wow. My bad.
That's so.
You know what, though? So it's like, if you're Onyx, though, like, this fight... I don't know. I guess it doesn't make sense to me that we would take this full fight at a disadvantage. I guess he's already weak, but, like...
Little nasty shots.
Not using any cover there, just strafing it.
He looks high. Like I don't know.
Yeah, like...
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I mean, wow.
Ready?
I mean, wow.
Wait, Matt, you ready?
I'm going back to 9.
I'm going plat.
Apparently he's Onyx.
Onyx?
It's insane.
That's so...
I think also because I got the first one wrong.
It's like 1501. I don't know.
I swear it was like 14.99, bro.
Is this not loud for you guys?
Okay. Is that why? Wait, that might have been me. Wait, Santa helmet?
Go for
You saw it?
Whoa, okay.
Damn. Holy shit.
What the fuck? Whoa, go for
I'm gonna go first for this one, bro.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, go boys. Diamond.
Say diamond again.
Diamond.
No, that guy was.
It's like look like me, so like
You might be he kind of looks like diamond. I don't know.
yeah, that's pretty good diamond. Okay, controller on the screen.
Yeah, it's good to see Tony.
Wait.
Oh my god. Oh.
That second snipe looks like an Onyx snipe.
Whoa, okay.
Not wait, 9 ping.
Okay, we're getting a little
Nine
windy.
ping come out.
9 ping is pretty insane.
What is this, like low gators?
This is hot.
Oh, imagine them.
Absolute on cuts.
Wait, nah, it could be one of those like Mickey Mouse, like they throw you off, like they hit the movement, but it's like he's playing with his like sister. So if he always plays like that, I feel like he should be Onyx.
Should be low Onyx, at least.
If he always plays like that, that's Onyx. This is the angle I'm
So,
gonna
like-
throw you.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh my god. Oh.
Okay, controller on the screen.
Ooh.
I mean, I thought that was faster.
Wait.
Now that I see it again. I don't know. I could say like Onyx 1500 maybe.
Whoa, okay.
Not wait, 9 ping.
Okay, we're
I thought he
getting
insta quick scope snapped it because the technique to do that, he scoped and then he moved it.
Oh, imagine them.
Austin? What's Austin for? Jim, welcome in.
Absolute on cuts.
Is that the editor?
Nah, it could be one of those like Mickey Mouse, like they throw you off, like they hit the movement, but it's like he's playing with his like sister. So if he always plays like that, I feel like he should be Onyx.
I got it.
If he always plays like that, that's Onyx. This is the angle I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Onyx.
Diamond.
It's a 1500.
Yeah.
Nah, Brad's just like trying to let Rouge. I'm telling you what you're ranking.
Vid is well put together for sure.
120, 50 ping.
That guy's
Not getting work.
That guy's jiggle peeking though. Like I don't know. Like that's it. Wait, he just did thrust slide.
Yeah, you got to think about the guys he's playing against.
Whoa. Nah, but like that guy's Onyx, but like that's like this looks Onyx. This is
Low Onyx, maybe?
Definitely in diamond Onyx.
Nah, the way that the players are moving doesn't seem like plat. No lower than diamond. It's Onyx, yeah. That makes sense.
It's every time. I'm just straight locked in. I can just sniff, I just sniff out talent. I sniff out talent when I see it.
Let's get the barcode banner.
Has he not gotten any wrong yet?
What's that?
Wow.
Disgusting!
Optic gaming logo.
The gaming is crazy.
All good? No, it's not voice for sure. What if it's not his snipe though?
Yeah, definitely good, definitely. Oh my, okay.
I'd say diamond. Diamond, yeah.
He should be a gold. That's all. Honestly, it's more impressive that I'm getting him wrong at this point.
Should be a gold, bro. Savage.
Okay. This is a tough one. I didn't get like a full like.
I feel like I didn't see anything. What just happened? You got 3 kills? I mean, off of what I just saw, it's hard to know what I'm looking at, but I would say like plat, I guess.
Like it was kind of like a short clip, and I get to see like I like to see like if there's a slide, there's a crouch, there's a something.
He didn't have.
I think it's a sneaker Onyx. That's what he wants to
No
do.
way.
I can just tell. The webcam's on. The webcam's on. I can just tell it's a sneaker. It's a 1500.
There's no way.
Yeah, plat.
8 ping by the way. Sorry.
We're all trying too hard right there.
I mean, damn.
And his FPS hasn't moved. Need that PC. That's a government.
Wait, it actually no.
That's a government PC for sure.
True. Okay.
It's quality.
Feels like for sure. I see something.
Okay, like no spawns, maybe?
Bottom mid.
For bottom mid, maybe? Like, yeah. Oh, shit on. Like,
he's on PC. 8 ping. Is mine upside down?
Yeah.
Wait, which way is
Plat or
that?
diamond?
Which way? Diamond.
Platinum.
Plat or diamond? Plat. Diamond, that's diamond, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we're teaming great. Like,
Everyone got it right. Preston, you had plat.
You can tell by the spawn awareness is a big one too. Like his understanding of timing and spawns. Oh, he's G-slide. Oh.
Whoa.
Okay, okay. Hold on a sec.
I mean, this is playing the L Spar. I already know this is L Spar. Yup. Hey.
Female 57529.
This is I Spar.
This is
like a 2v2.
doubles.
Hold on, this is a 2v2.
Onyx.
I mean, yeah. That was the.
No, he hit one jump and a snipe, and that's Onyx? Hold on. Diamond. I don't know. I'm not convinced yet.
That's an Onyx.
I try to be different.
Onyx?
Try to be different.
Do I want to be different?
I mean, you be different. You want to lose a point though? Like.
Okay. Oh, it's Spar. Oh, my bad. I don't know. I've seen people pull off a jump like that, not necessarily be good.
Wait, I'm dead. I've seen this clip before. I'm not even trolling. What? Like, I think I'm dead. I've seen this shit before.
I mean, I'm going down.
Like,
Bro, going down with me.
final answer?
Final answer.
Final answer.
Going down. I already got a flip.
I'm on plat.
Oh,
Yeah, bro.
it's Chris. I know. No, I've seen it. Chris sent that to me. Okay.
Whoa. I like the LT. One way.
LT zoom, like.
Okay. Oh, Crouch.
Okay.
Jump at the end. Oh, he's feeling it now.
Night.
Wait. Oh. What's in the slide? What's in the slide after? Don't say it. Let's just see it. Okay.
You got the biggest.
Ooh, that lined up nicely. Okay.
Go for more. Keep going. Wait.
Okay. It got better as it went. Hidoshi. My God, thank you for the prime sub. I say low Onyx.
Nah, like he has to be.
I'm be different like he has.
It got better as the clip
Should be
went.
good enough to be on.
I don't think if it's a single shot.
I'll be honest.
If he's not Onyx,
if he's not Onyx, those people who were playing were fighting back.
I mean, because he was.
They were really fighting back. Yeah. Onyx. Okay.
All good, bro.
Welcome, Broward. We just saw your vid a second ago, by the way, man.
Okay. I mean, wow.
Also, something with your vid is people thought it was like AI. They didn't recognize the voice, right? Might have been, I mean, it's after the fact now, but if you had like a little edit on the screen that said that it was narrated by Ronan, so people knew coming into the video that Ronan was had scripted and narrated it, because people were like criticizing, saying like, oh, it's definitely AI script, you know?
Person. This is like Rank Slayer.
But it wasn't, so.
Okay, wait.
It's a good video, man. Thank you.
Wait. He's gonna beat his ass up. Oh my God. Ooh, overkill for the win?
Wait, SSG? This might be the toughest.
Highest rank on Infinite?
No.
Highest rank is Onyx, but Onyx is the widest bracket in the game. So, like, it's weird, right? Like, Onyx 1500 is the highest rank. Like, if you're at 1500, you're in the highest bracket, but your difference between that and, like, somebody like Lucid and, like, 2500 plus is night and day.
By the way, that was a Rank Slayer map. I want to keep that in mind. Nah, listen. I got an answer.
Maybe some
Gold.
There's no way it's fun.
I mean, what? What'd I tell you, bro?
It's because it's Rank Slayer, so like.
It's because it's inflation. It's a little bit of tariffs. Hold on. Okay. A little charm on the gun.
Jiggle.
It's like Golden League.
Snap POV?
Oh. Wait, offset. Look at the offsets real quick.
But it is very different than an AM or a pro. Oh, very nice.
Definitely 2 cents.
Oh. Wait, you told me.
I mean, we already know. Like,
Nick's looking at
it's got to be Onyx.
a diamond though.
Nah, like,
yeah.
So it's like a 1500 level. That's like a 1500.
1501.
theater? Okay, it's our first theater clip?
Nah.
Okay.
We've had some.
Okay.
Okay. Name's on.
Okay.
Whoa, he's like melee.
He's a little wild action. Swat kill.
That's convenient.
All right, let me know. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Diamond or low Onyx?
Diamond.
A lot of diamond,
I mean,
Onyx.
Are you cheating? I don't even. I mean, wow. Hey, every squirrel finds another, bro.
Why it's viewers sending clips?
He didn't want to because he said
Smooth POV.
didn't want to make the vid about him. Oh.
I mean, cause.
Just the name tag on screen, no introduction. Just say narrated by with a name tag. But I got you.
Damn, that's hard.
Onyx.
Yeah. Preston's thinking so hard on that. I don't like. I have no idea. I have no idea. Like,
I feel like these guys are looking for like a trick, you know, like one that like looks like Onyx, but he's actually a platinum. They think it's like a trick question. It's got to be Onyx.
Yeah, Onyx, I guess. Like,
I was gonna say diamond. I'm gonna be. I don't know. It's a party of 4. I saw a party of 4.
Wow. Okay.
I saw.
Is that plat? Yo, no way.
No, that is insane.
All right, well there you go.
Royalty, by the way.
Wait, this is my.
I take it all back.
Am I getting montage? Wait, this is my own montage.
Wait, I hope he.
No, this is my own.
I hope he slams you.
Oh my. Whoa.
Now I look like a fool.
Wait, I get injured? Oh my god.
it's Matt. Oh my god, it's Matt.
He's in the clip?
Wow. Wait, is this your free for all?
What? Yeah,
No,
I
it's just
lately
free-for-all.
banned after this. Into an overkill? So 1, you're banned after this, bro.
Come on, man. Like, now you're just like
Onyx.
Hey, it doesn't matter. Yeah. We might be getting lapped. I don't know.
Oh, this is all snipe. I'm blind.
Okay.
How's any word?
Sounds like it.
Beater, I can't. That's about some kid. 19 ping, by the way.
Oh my what?
Oh, he's not going.
We're running.
I'm not plat.
I went flat too.
It's hard to tell off that.
Yeah, I went flat.
What
Plat,
Brad? What
plat.
is changing up?
Yeah, maybe.
It's a good.
Theater clip?
Skipping TO4.
Duked his teammate, like.
Why is I guess another mouse keyboard? Yeah. Got the little triple. Oh. Shit, get mixy. That one's kind of hard too.
High diamond?
Like diamond.
High diamond.
Wow. I mean, wow. Preston waited. Preston waited for.
Hey, it is high diamond. Warded.
Discord overlay on.
That's like D5, D6.
Okay. It's like last shot, baby. It's like your offsets, I think. Like, honestly.
No, that's it.
The tracking was good.
Wow, I think it actually is my FOV. Oh,
It's looking like Onyx.
Wow.
Oh.
I mean, wow. Favorite Tony.
Big toast. Thank you for the follow, they're welcome.
Onyx.
Nice.
Just like what? Like,
You're just having a backup just in case.
How they tallying this? How do you get points? How does that work? When we're all 2 obviously winning, but how do you get 1 point for everyone you get right? Or how does that work? I didn't even look into the rules.
Whoa. This is scary, man.
Wait, whoa. This might be a pro. Wait, 60 FPS there.
Oh, that's definitely Onyx. Oh, this is a pro. This is Sways.
Wait, I mean, blatant. Okay.
This is Mind Freak. Oh, wait. Wait, is Sways on Mind Freak? This is a pro, though.
Come to the boot camp. That's a pro. Yeah, we're not.
Mind Freak.
You're not getting us, Ways.
Oh, you can just tell by the armor and stuff. Like that's some I got one room.
I guess Onyx.
Diamond. Onyx.
It's a 1500.
You're terrible.
Get one wrong, minus. You get 1 point every time you guess it right. And then you lose 1 point every time you guess it wrong.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for Guess the Rank Halo version. Thanks for everyone's.
So we got ties. Yeah, Royal 2 and Frosty tie.
You're terrible. Oh my last, bro. Oh my god.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for Guess the Rank Halo version. Thanks for everyone submitting their clips. Might have to scout some of those just in case there's any changes on the roster or something. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Wait, what are we talking about? Why can't I scroll in my own chat, bro? Can I put a disclaimer that I'm wearing a wife beater so my girl, I can tell, wait, so I can make sure my girl isn't watching. Don't want her to see this. Oh my God, bro. If that's all it takes and your relationship does not have you got to be grounded in trust. One man in a wife beater, I don't even know why I'm responding to this, to be honest. I shouldn't be. What was the, it was LVT Halo has a new video, right? Is it like a long, like documentary type video? Oh yeah, it definitely is. Do we want to watch this, guys? It's a 40-minute video. There's also the Optic podcast that's 50 minutes. About the triplets. Are they even competing in it? Like, Suppressed is, but are the other two? Both hard no. Nemesis stock. How long is the Nemesis stock? Oh, that's better. That's better. I mean, I'm open to watching a little bit of it. Is this instant copyright here? Mint Blitz new video? What's Mint Blitz's new video?
Mind Freaks. Obviously, every team you play, in a way there you're in.
We could talk about SLC predictions, I guess. You know, I might be pretty conservative.
Really friendly with, obviously, Mind Freak and us have a good
I saw the video on
relationship.
LeBound.
We know them really well. They are often at the same boot camp facility as us.
It was kind of mixed emotions because they had won the open bracket the night before and I was speaking to them afterwards and they were absolutely delighted and I was delighted for them. And we actually didn't even know we were going to play them until quite late, so the second we found out we were just doing a little bit of friendly trash talk and banter, so it was good. It was good leading up to it.
Yeah, we're pretty good friends with them. You know, it's good to see them come out of the open bracket, honestly. They work really hard and, you know, they have boot camps, so they've been improving for sure. And they did actually take map 1 off of us.
There's still plenty of time left for Nemesis to bounce back in this one, but they got to score it. Mind Freak only need one more, and they're pretty close as well. Virtually tied with 90% on the board for each side. Two go down for Nemesis.
Big man Ham.
Welcome, man. He wins it with the 5 perfect shots. Repulses the grenade back.
Kind of the last hope here.
The wipe. They get it. Mind Freak is going to win it. They should. There's no
Quick rundown of the weekend schedule. Yeah, we'll look at it. I got it open. And,
similar
after
to what
this.
I believe they did in the last series.
No problem.
Game one.
Appreciate the support,
series,
man.
so, I mean, they went 1-0 up, which was kind of like
Glad
a
to be
wake-up
here.
call.
We got a big weekend ahead of us.
These guys are like really, really good. We need to be taking this really, really seriously.
We were the second.
Woodham was
heat,
dropped,
so they were
apparently.
kind of
Yeah,
already
I didn't know
warmed up,
that.
Having played their first game, which could potentially have played a factor, but
13 kill advantage for Nemesis. Feels like they're kind of just doing whatever they want. Mind Freak now trapped in A. I mean, this is a really tough spot to get out of.
This is all but
It's unfortunate that, like,
we need one more slag.
this is the best we got for the quality, I think, isn't it? Right? Like, I've been seeing a lot of this where it's just the quality is just, it's unfortunate that, like, the game can look so good, but this is the quality of the
We're going
broadcast.
for the remote detonation, at the very least clearing the lane for him to push through C without taking the remote
Right.
detonation damage. And there's the final blow for Nemesis as they tie up the series at 1.
And they've got the overshield arming.
Wow!
I mean, this is very well executed.
Binge
The
the
lights are
SLC.
getting dimmer right now.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's definitely not this bad. I think something with the recording didn't go right.
to be honest, they gave us some trouble in a lot of different situations in the game, and
Agent Pickle, welcome, brother. Much love.
Right there. That is just
Damn good
Halo.
Halo. 5 months, man. Welcome back. Love to see it. This is the Nemesis documentary. I think the biggest little tidbit of intel from this Nem documentary is apparently Wonderboy and Woodham were going to get dropped off of ITB to for the new Z10 roster. So that period where ITB, before they became Nemesis or got picked up, Z10 came into the sport, and supposedly like Woodham and Wonderboy were going to get dropped. I don't really know the details behind like how that happened or why it happened, but
see them
kind
not
of
only making it
interesting to hear
open
considering
bracket
how
in the
good
future,
Woodham's been
but
looking,
also
especially in the recent
making it
scrims.
out of pool play into champ bracket. I think that's a very real possibility in the next couple of majors.
The next 3 maps after that were pretty straightforward wins for us, so it was a pretty good series overall.
And I think the rest of the series we won comfortably, but
kind of felt bad to send them back to top 16, but like soon they're definitely gonna take some games.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a wait.
Yeah.
But 6 more maps through to Sunday. I think we can do it.
You wear all the black. You try to yell.
Favorite Halo roster to watch when I first got into Halo. When I first got into Halo, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. I wasn't avidly watching like the glory days of Halo, but you know, the straight ripping roster with the montage, like the OG montage, like that was one of my first introductions to MLG. So, I mean, I'd say that's, you know, that was something that I was a fan of, but I wasn't super dedicated to it. Like when I was like super dedicated to Halo Esports, it was like Halo 5 EG. You know, back when like Lethal left for CLG and they brought Commonly into the roster, like I was very invested. That was like the first time that I remember being very, very invested in Halo Esports and like really following the roster closely. And then Towie had the videos, the documentary videos of the players on EG and their process. I remember they picked up tapping buttons at one point. There was the whole, there was really good content like surrounding them that made me a fan of the players. Obviously, like I've always appreciated the MLG stuff. Fakey, thank you for the follow. I just haven't been a dedicated viewer until kind of after the fact. EG House, yeah.
So at the end of our pool matches, when we looked at the bracket, we saw like we were avoiding like the top 4, so to speak.
We knew, being on the so-called favourable side of the bracket, that we had a real shot at a good placement.
But this event having all of the top 4 teams on one side of the bracket was like really weird to see, and seeing like a road for us to get to potentially to the winners finals on Sunday was really cool.
I sort of don't like to look at it too much, because at the end of the day you have to beat everyone that's put in front of you. Doesn't matter what side of the bracket you're on.
That's kind of a cool way to think about it, right? It's like, don't even look at the bracket. I don't want to know. You know, that said though, for whatever team that they play against, is there not some element of like strategy and understanding of like, you know, how you want to play against each specific team based on like practice you've had in the past and whatnot? I guess if you don't look at the bracket, eventually you're going to find out your next match before it happens and you can figure it out then or whatever. But anything you could do to stay in the best possible headspace, right? Instead of worrying about like what your trajectory is going to be we're going to have to play everybody if we want to win.
It was really important for us to realize
Keep the
that
pillow?
there's no such thing
It's
as
pretty
a
cute,
good
huh?
bracket. It just doesn't exist in this esport. It's
Welcome,
no
Jelly.
such thing. The teams that are there based on the fact that they have won out. We came second in our...
It's my first year being a dedicated viewer. The news about next year sucks. I mean, until we know all of the details about what's happening next year, I'd try to like reserve judgment because I do feel like Infinite, like we've had kind of a dark period for Halo 5 between the launch of, or the end of Halo 5 and the launch of Infinite. But the Halo landscape, despite the fact that we're not like a popular franchise in the way some other esports are, we're in a much better spot now than we were back in the end of Halo 5. I think there's more bridges built. There's larger organizations showcasing interest in the sport. There's larger pros with larger platforms that are still invested in Halo and love Halo. There's a lot of people who have favorable, memories of the franchise and good memories of Halo Infinite, despite the fact that it lacked content. Like I feel like the overall sentiment around Halo and its esport right now is much better, with much more potential for growth than it ever had with Halo 5. So I wouldn't just give up and say like, oh, it's fucking over. Hold out for a little bit. Let's just hope that, there's something positive to look forward to. I'm not going anywhere. I got a ton of passion for this franchise, and I know a lot of other people do as well. So,
pool. So we're going to play a first place team from a really good pool.
Staying optimistic.
The opponent was TSM in the end, but it could have been...
I didn't see
anyone.
any of the
It could have been
Battlefield
open
stuff.
bracket team that went into
I kind of
that
want to
pool.
see
It
it.
could have been, another team from Pool A or any of the
I
other
know nothing
pools.
about Battlefield.
The fact is they won their pool, so it was important for us to realize these guys are no slouches. Whoever it is we play, they're going to be really good.
First round of winners, we faced TSM, new squad. They're looking hot, right? They beat Optic, so...
TSM. Yeah, TSM really made a run, bro. It's kind of crazy to see how well TSM was playing in this tournament and then look at their recent scrim stats and think like, because people are counting them out, right? Like they had to have beaten Nemesis to go up against Envy later in the bracket, and then they beat Envy and they guaranteed top 3. They had a terrible Sunday. There's that. But like they've always had that ability to like be top 6 or beat some of the top teams. Their scrim stats, they're kind of just not looking great online. Ever since that like extended time off, I think it was Soul Snipe had like a vacation. I feel like people are forgetting that they kind of exist and that they're a threat. Maybe they'll bounce back, but maybe they're a LAN team. Full forward merchants. Yeah, like they don't actually try online. Optic was talking about this too in the podcast. They've been getting kind of dunked on. Yeah, like let's not sugarcoat it. Like TSM have been underperforming big time in their scrims. To the point where people don't even consider them like top 6.
Yeah,
But then you never know in LAN.
We choked a lot of maps. Although we ended up losing 3-2, could have been 5-0 for us.
Really unfortunate that we lost, but at the same
5-0.
time, I feel like it's always the case. But every map
Oh,
felt
the
so winnable.
It was a really disappointing series, obviously, because we should have won that, like 100%. That should have been a 3-1 victory for us.
They didn't have Cherish on this team, though. You say they were better with Cherish. They got top 3 with Manny. Complexity is looking better with Cherish than
2-0 up on a
Complexity have ever
flag,
looked, though,
and we lost
in the past, so
3-2.
that's nice.
Just so many sloppy little mistakes that had we been a bit more sharp going into it, maybe we close those situations out and we advance in the upper bracket. But
Yeah, they both
we
have
did
beaten
end up
them
losing that
before,
match
Optic
with
before.
TSM in a game 5. It was a really close series. Biggest regret of that series was the Forbidden Flag.
Defeat.
Same could be said about
To be
many
fair,
of these top
TSM
players,
are
for sure.
sort of a momentum team. If you give them, a little bit, they're going to really punish you for it. So when they brought one flag back on to make it 2-1 on Forbidden, they sort of just thrived on that sort of momentum. Obviously, again, we made a few mistakes that we could have closed out the game at any point. And
Yeah, no, tough loss against TSM.
The second it happened, we kind of moved on from it really quickly. We had a quick team talk outside. We kind of hashed out a couple of things we were disagreeing with during the series. And I feel like going into the losers bracket then, we were just kind of on a fresh slate where we could just focus on what we need to do and kind of lock in on the couple of things that we were kind of missing on just to be closing out games.
Biggest ceiling floor gap. That's interesting. That's kind of a good
it was a bit of a
perspective.
weird one with Z10.
TSM have a large ceiling floor gap, is what you're saying, right? Like they could lose to just about anybody in the top 8. on a bad day, but they could also beat Optic on a good day. So, you know.
Because they weren't having the greatest.
Starts tomorrow.
events.
Yeah,
They
Aaron.
were,
Watching
in my
the
opinion,
whole
not
thing,
playing
man.
to their full potential.
Start to finish.
But when
I actually don't even know the time that it begins. I have a schedule graphic, so we'll get the specific details in just a second here. I think it's going to be around 12 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. Starting at 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So I'll be live like 11:30 or something like that beforehand.
They've played us.
Pre-show is 11:40.
Scrims and the online cups.
And there's always this talk if you're beating them a bunch online.
Oh, whoa. Wait, what? 12 p.m. Mountain Time? Am I reading this right? BST 4 a.m. No, what? What am I looking at right now? 12 p.m. So 2 p.m. it starts? It's Mountain Time. 12 p.m. Mountain Time is what it's saying. But then it says 4 a.m. AEST? Why not just put the Eastern Time down here? So it's 2 p.m. Eastern? 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Why is this so confusing to me? They didn't. What's the 4 a.m.? This is like Australia?
Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo.
My God. Casey Generic, welcome back, brother. Love to see it. Mountain, 2 hours behind the Eastern. Gotcha. Okay, my bad.
Play each other online. No,
Okay,
you
we're
have
silly
to win,
right
basically
now.
to solidify.
They didn't
if you're
put
the best
Pacific
team in
time. They
Europe.
put
It's always a bit of an
BST for, I guess,
unknown
Europe.
when we play, zero tenacity, or like when the two EU teams play each other on LAN, are all, we kind of know each other's tendencies and whatnot.
They know how we play, so that was sort of playing in their advantage, I suppose you could say. So.
Who is more humble?
Like having to play straight after choking a match that was basically for top 6, that could have led to top 3, because like the winner bracket was like very winnable for us.
Look at their body language. They look uncomfortable.
Yeah, we drop down, we play Z10.
I don't know.
And I feel like it's a good opportunity.
Wonder Boy's big chilling right now,
to
so
kind of
definitely
fill
not
a lot
him.
of people in terms of what happened between the ITB of last year and the roster that you see
The
me and
gamers.
Rutam on this
Yeah,
year.
you got to kind of give him a pass.
When we were ITB,
He's chilling too. Yes, his arms are crossed, which is a natural, like, defensive kind of body gesture to have, I guess, in a conversation. But he's still, like, big chilling. He's not.
they
like,
actually dropped me.
He's got the
Realistically,
little
from
hand gesture.
Mine and Wutam's
Not that closed
perspective,
off,
They tried to push us out of the team. They tried to get us replaced. They wanted us
Reading
gone.
into this.
Sadly, I think Mighty, Jim, and Chick probably didn't expect us to.
Broadcast starts
push
at
back.
2 p.m.
They expected
Eastern
us
tomorrow.
To accept our fate and then move on. But me and Toom are not really built like that.
Which means I can go live early
we're
tomorrow.
Fighters, and in the end, they didn't get what they wanted. And I think that sadly, it's soured what has been, from my perspective anyway.
I think, George, their intention was to have the time zone associated with SLC, the time zone associated with like Europe and with Australia is what my assumption is, so that if you're in different regions, you're getting a time zone that kind of works for you. But yeah, not everybody's on Mountain Time if you're in North America, of course.
A relationship with Jimbo and Mighties that has, we were teaming together for 3 years.
Note that 1:40 p.m. So at 1:40 p.m. Eastern, the pre-show will begin. I'll probably be live at like 1 p.m. or even 12:30 or something, because I was expecting we'd have to go live at like 12. So maybe I get on like an hour before the broadcast starts or something like that. We can build up some anticipation.
Of them, I had no heads up that they would want me gone, and I don't know how deep I want to go into it, but quite frankly, they were just spreading a lot of misinformation behind the scenes. Let's put it that way. Difficult for me to hear the things I was hearing from the org that they were saying.
Obviously, there's a load of.
What? Let me go back. Is this on ITB? You guys know that ITB had a tragic exit from HCS, and just as an org altogether, they kind of imploded.
This year, good opportunity. We drop down, we play Z10. And I feel like it's a good opportunity to kind of fill a lot of people in terms of what happened between the ITB of last year and the roster that you see me and Rutam on this year.
Right there. That is just damn good Halo.
My God. It's just Salt Lake City is Mountain Time. Exactly. Jordan Pierce, peace. Sorry. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, brother. Welcome, 4 months. Let's go. It is the final day of July, by the way. I appreciate all you guys hanging out. This month's been incredible. Cap it off nicely and start our next month of August in, I think, beautiful fashion.
Tenacity, when we were
with the
ITB,
tournament.
they actually dropped me
Realistically, from mine and Wootem's perspective,
You're just flying by.
They tried to push us out of the team. They tried to get us replaced. They wanted us gone. Sadly, I think my team...
Who tried to push him out? Let's get some names, okay? Like, no, I don't know. So they wanted Wootem and Wonderboy out of ITB?
Sheer tenacity, when we were ITB, they actually dropped me.
Realistically, from mine and Wootem's perspective, they
They?
tried
Who's
to
they?
push us out of the team.
I need names.
They tried to get us replaced. They wanted us gone. Sadly, I think Mighty, Jim, and Chick probably didn't expect us to push back. They expected us to accept our fate and
Oh, so the three of them, I guess, together.
then move on. But me and Toom are not...
I wonder what the reason would be to not have Wootem on your team, right? Like, considering he is clearly, you know, dealing insane amounts of damage. He's kind of a focal point of the rosters that he's been a part of. What would be the criticism with having him on the team? Is he overly aggressive as a player? Is he, you know, not prioritizing his life as much as maybe a different, more teamwork prioritize? You know, like what's the argument you can make against Wootem's play style? You know, because one thing I've heard with M&K is like the ability to output damage that you have is like insane in comparison to controller, to the point where you might go out of your way to try to deal damage to targets that aren't always priority and die more often because you're like, you know, you're just like getting involved in too many fights. You know, not every fight that you want to be in, or not every fight is an ego loss is a priority fight, right?
Like that.
Any damage that you take from a fight that's like
and...
not necessarily relevant to the specific scenario at hand could be bad damage that would make you too weak to, you know, win another important higher priority gunfight, let's say, something like that.
In the
I don't
end,
know.
they didn't get what they wanted.
Or is it
And
just
I think
chemistry?
that sadly, it's soured what has been, from my perspective anyway, a relationship with Jimbo and Mighty's that has, you know, I mean, we were teaming together for 3 years. I didn't expect that. of
Soured
them.
their relationship.
I had no heads up that they would want me gone. And I mean, I don't know how deep I want to go into it, but
It's
quite
unfortunate.
frankly, they were just spreading a lot of misinformation behind the scenes. Let's put it that way. Difficult for me to hear the things I was hearing from the org that they were saying.
Obviously, there's a load of sort of drama straight into the next series. We'll be told, oh, well, you're playing Z10 next. It's sort of like, it's a bit like last year when we was on Quadrant and we had to play the old ITB team.
Put him on the mouse and keyboard, of course. Oh, with the gross 5-shot on his former teammate.
It's unfortunate that Elim round 1 was Europe versus Europe. Like, I didn't know that there was like a drama and like a backstory to this matchup. I was just seeing this and being like, oh shit, like somebody from Europe, like Europe's got to beat out Europe. There's only 2 teams representing the region in the bracket still. It's unfortunate that in round 1 they got to beat each other.
The teabag to add.
But this is like a you know,
It's definitely harder to land those.
or like a grudge
Oh
match.
my God, Woodham is running amok.
Yeah.
97, 8, 9, 100, and that will do it. Nemesis, a series sweep.
Well, after we lost, I kind of did get flashbacks to last year where we were kind of in a similar scenario where we lost in winners bracket 1 and then we found out we had to play the other European teams straight away. And I think well, personally, I feel like I learned from that, where last year when that happened, we were kind of flustered from the loss that we had just experienced and we never really hashed out anything or talked about any of the things that went wrong. And we kind of went into the next series with the exact same mindset without clearing up those things. And the fact that we had that experience from last year kind of really helped, in my opinion, going into this series.
Did actually feel
These are all things like behind the scenes that I do think can impact LAN performance for these teams. Like when we talk about SR and the fact that online they look so freaking deadly and they generally have better online scrim statistics than Optic do. I know that their past few matches have been like inconsistent, maybe not ideal for them. You know, what separates them from being able to win a tournament? Well, Last Shot and Cycle have limited LAN experience, especially Last Shot, you know, especially at that level of play too. So what kind of conversations are happening amongst the team when a series doesn't work out for them? Are there things that needs to be hashed out? Or is there pressure at play or something that's like taken away from their ability to just like lock in and flow state and play as their best versions of themselves, you know, come Sunday? So I feel like there's a lot of like internal dynamics with these teams and chemistry and navigating challenges and whatnot that, you know, Glory's kind of revealing to us that, you know, might be impacting SR because they don't have the same experience that Optic does.
good, you
on
know,
lane.
kind of getting that revenge match.
I saw the
beating
King J
them,
tweet.
you know,
Yeah, it
proving
sucks.
that they probably shouldn't have dropped me, so it was nice in that way.
2 p.m.
motivations for everyone was
Eastern, I
clear.
think.
The team they wanted to
Instinct.
make.
So all I can tell you, man, is that the broadcast starts at 2 p.m. Eastern. So the content that we're going to be watching from Halo will be starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. The open bracket might start before that, you know, because that's not being like recorded in the same dedicated way that the rest of the pool play is, for example. So I would assume like an hour or two before that open bracket starts, but I honestly don't know.
Not include Wootum, did not include me, did not include Snipe Drone, did not include SLG. It included Glory, but Glory chose us, and he had something to prove. So he really came out, especially to play lights out, and we came out and dominated.
I don't know, we played them, it was pretty easy. We won 3-0, we moved on.
This series actually ended up being a very straightforward, just sweep for us, like one of the.
How do you find sense in Halo Infinite? I don't know. Everybody has a different approach to sensitivity and their aim in games. So there's not, once again, just like there's not one sensitivity that's going to work for every player. There's not one like process behind like aim training and whatnot that I think would work for everybody. But like my sense, I kind of just set a long time ago. It felt comfortable for me, and I just decided to stick with it. And it just became the sensitivity that I've been rolling with. And if I make too many changes, I start to head case. So I try to just like understand as much as I can about how all the aspects of sensitivity work, and then find something that, is somewhat reflective of what other pros are using that feels comfortable for me, and then I just stick to my guns. Like, I think Renegade, as an example, he's like 4, 6, 7. I'm not sure if he's changed it at this point, but he was running that sense for like over a year. But then you've got some pros like Snakebite, who supposedly will not only change sensitivities often, but will also change control schemes at times, even mid-tournament, supposedly, according to Mikwin. His Snakebite could change a control scheme in the middle of a tournament and then like figure it out and still be nasty. So I don't know. Everybody's got like a different process. I would say like pick something that you think is comfy, that's within a range, that's popular with the current competitive players, and stick to it long enough to build the mechanics behind your aim, because that's what matters more than the sensitivity number itself, is just like understanding how to effectively aim and to use your reticle and your movement and whatnot, properly mechanically, right?
He says series I've actually played on LAN in Halo this far, and
I felt like we were just in control for the majority of the series, even if the maps didn't start our way and we kind of had poor beginning and opening strategies. We always just managed to like find
4-7-7 is popular.
Just solidify like an easy win, in my opinion.
It was sort of the same scenario, but we felt confident. We knew we were playing good. We knew we should have beat TSM, so we were confident going into that series, and it was pretty comfortable series.
We had a long live stream with my thoughts on the HCS announcement. I haven't really clipped it together to make a vid out of it. I thought of maybe doing it, but it's like a week's already gone by. Maybe it's still worthwhile after SLC for me to put a video together, or at least like a YouTube short or something talking about the situation. But yeah, when it was announced, the day after, I had a live stream. It's in my past broadcast on YouTube, where we talk about it for like 3 hours, basically. In every possible way. So.
And then finally, our last match of the day and of the tournament was against Shopify another time.
Something happened to Omid Black.
Not too much game.
So two things. So Z10 Sika had issues with his flight over to SLC, and his flight was like either he missed it or it was delayed or something. Maybe I'm not phrasing this correctly, but point being is he's not going to arrive until tonight, late tonight. And he's coming from Europe, so there's obviously like a jet lag time zone adjustment, and then he has to wake up early in the morning for the first day, Friday. So just Sika's in a not ideal situation where he's just landing, he has to go to bed immediately and then lock in, basically, with limited sleep and adjustment to the time zone. And then Omit Black, I don't know specifically what happened, but it sounds like their team might not even be competing at the event anymore. According to Envor, the Omit Black team, either one player or something happened that's preventing them from competing, and we'll probably find out soon, if not already. It's probably not probably already on Twitter somewhere. I just didn't see it.
Definitely did like massive mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows the level of competition when you're playing a team like Shopify for top 4. Small minor mistakes, but like a team like Shopify punish you for small mistakes like that.
That was who knocked him out.
But for me personally, it feels like the struggle at the moment is keeping momentum throughout the entire day, going from playing in the morning to playing all the way through.
Which is what Optic have been doing so incredibly well, right? Keeping their momentum and thriving off of every little win from the start of the lower bracket all the way through until they become this like unstoppable juggernaut by the end of the tournament. How they're doing that, what kind of conversations they're having, what kind of mentalities they have, or belief in themselves that like allow them to continue to meet every challenge, is worth us understanding. We may never, right? But that's like a missing factor, I think, that like Glory's mentioned here is like, there's a marathon to this. How can we keep building? And Optic seemed to do that really well.
Executing as much of our game plan as we could, but they just seemed to have a counter to it every time. They were always one step ahead. And it's something that we're going to study when we go
Land
home.
mental?
Because sadly, that was the end of our journey. We lost 3-0 And it's difficult for
They needed to beat
me, upon
TSM, bro.
reflection, to really pick any specifics out, because it just was at the end of a very long day. There were many winnable moments, but it just came down to that bit of match fitness, that bit of sharpness, you know.
I feel like we should have pushed like at least a game 4 or game 5. I'm sure we'll fix that for next major.
I know that I keep pausing this, and my apologies. So they're talking about match fitness and sharpness, right? One thing that Nemesis have been doing recently that's had them looking incredible in prep for SLC is they're boot camping in NA in Washington on 5 ping in pretty ideal circumstances. They just had a scrim where they went 10-9 versus Shopify. We watched it. It was insane. These boys, without a doubt, having not had the opportunity to scrim NA teams until that past week. Yeah, 20 game scrims, right? They're going hard as hell. I guarantee you. They're playing all freaking day. They're doing 20 game scrims. They're getting any practice they can, just like maximizing efforts right now in prep for the tournament. Is that going to gas them out come this weekend? Are they going to be okay? I don't know. You know, now that they're having this conversation, like the amount of, like, they were playing excellently. I just hope that they could maintain that regime until the end of the weekend. Because once again, Marathon, they've been going harder than like any team. Mind Freak as well. Understandably too, because they just haven't had the opportunity to practice like the other teams have. But, you know, we're humans in the end of the day. Like, you got to have a balance.
You know, it's all right. You know,
it should be a positive.
We didn't have a boot camp for
but
this
just
event,
throwing in a bunch of
so
devil's advocate variables and whatnot.
Our floor is, you know, pretty good at this point.
The floor is good.
Really need to improve our ceiling and, you know, just breaking out top 4 hopefully next event.
Cool. Yeah, top 6 for this little guy. It's weird coming out of a top 6 placing with a disappointed feeling, knowing we left so much on the table. And after some kind of self-reflection, I think a lot of it comes down to knowing what the ceiling of this team can be.
I think it's really good. It's the most consistent I've ever felt on a team, placing at events top 6 twice in a row, and the fact that we had one boot camp and we didn't boot camp for this one and we still had the same result. I just feel like the more practice we get, the more chances we get to go to America and practice against better teams and just learn the game together and how we want to play. I just feel like the ceiling for our team is endless.
I mean, in hindsight, top 6 is not bad, but obviously, like, you come to these events with one thing in mind, and that's the win. So, like, you get people saying, "Oh, congratulations" and stuff, but like, it's deep
you
down,
can't get
it's like
comfortable.
you don't feel like something to be congratulated about. But
yeah,
in my opinion,
that's fair.
Like no other European team in history has been able to do. Now, sadly, at this moment in time, the placement doesn't reflect that, but the fact we've now hit back-to-back top 6s establishes the floor, the very base level of this team, and to hit that placement on a consistent basis back-to-back shows that there's, you know, a proof of concept there, this time without a boot camp, with really our poorest preparation that we could bring and produce to a major.
We're definitely improving, like every event and like literally every day. Like, can't wait for the rest of the year. Like, still excited to play. And
I mean, you know, we're getting there. It's small steps. You know, it's we're all saying to each other, it's coming, and we truly do believe this year is coming. Whether that's us winning an event or even just getting to that grand final on a Sunday. Like I said, if we're putting the work, we're only going to keep going up, in my opinion.
So that is why I feel kind of disappointed, but at the same time I'm excited, because if this is the floor, I'm asking myself, what's the ceiling, you know? And although it's 2 months before we get to take the stage again, man, I can't wait. We will come correct for Salt Lake, and I think history's waiting for us there. Sweet.
Sure. Yeah, their ceiling does feel endless. We'll see if they can actually achieve that at the upcoming tournament, right? Like, I think what they showcased versus SR was definitely inspiring. It didn't end in a win. SR found a way to clutch up in those 20 games. I do like the Nemesis pillow, bro. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Nemesis. I feel like now that they played so well in the boot camp, it definitely shakes up people's predictions. So I expect when they like reveal the caster predictions, you might see Nemesis squeak in to top 4, top 3, something like that. You know, maybe some hot takes, just because they played so well versus Shopify recently. They also played well versus Complexity. Complexity is another team that's been getting talked about. So, what are you laughing at, Derelict? Probably seen some. Whoa. Maybe, bro. Hopefully not. So drop pod's 50 minutes. Definitely not. Match schedule for tomorrow. See the Sparty Reddit post? No, I didn't. I can read it. We start the day with FaZe versus TSM. FaZe without their coach. Kick it off Friday. We'll see how they play in pool play. Remember, FaZe, there's a bit of a dialogue going into their pool that we'll be discussing again tomorrow. The fact that they, kind of purposefully selected pool B instead of, having to potentially land in pool A, B, or D, right? Or pool A, C, or D. Baxter, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome. I feel like Lethal needs a win in one of these last events to really stamp. I think that Lethal and Sparty specifically, like Bound and Formal and Renegade in the podcast, they said that man is so due for a win, right? Like we were all kind of waiting. I think especially with Sparty, waiting to see Sparty really like get unleashed, pop off, having been suspended for a while, coming back into Halo. We thought he'd come back with this like chip on his shoulder and just absolutely dominate, because Sparty, when he's like fired on all cylinders, playing his best Halo, he is at times unstoppable. He's been looking inconsistent, so I kind of respect and agree with what the Optic boys were saying when they said Sparty's due. And I would say same with Lethal as well. We know what they're capable of. They've been there before, but they're underperforming. Omid's getting slammed, bro. That team is getting thrown around in scrims. I believe in their ability to look better at the LAN, but the scrim stats have been hard to look at. If we're being honest. Tiger. This is the way. Thank you for the follow, man. Welcome. It's not to say that they look terrible, but in terms of like their results in comparison to our expectations and their own expectations, then yeah, Tav, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome. Nemesis having back-to-back top 6 placements, and let's say they get top 4 at SLC, would they be the best EU team ever at Infinite? No. Quadrant has a top 3 placement from 2023. Right? So I would still say that Quadrant team has achieved more, and it'll stay that way until Nemesis earns a top 3 too, at least. Who's my Infinite MVP? Doesn't need to be the best player. I've enjoyed watching the Mo's, that I think's been an all-around long-time GOAT. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough question. It'd be between Lucid and like Renegade, I guess. I feel like Lucid probably deserves, if you're saying like all around MVP in terms of like not just what they've accomplished as a player, but what they've done for the sport, then Lucid would deserve it, right? Like the man's been MVP caliber in his ability. He hasn't maintained that every year, but he's also done so much for the esport, built a platform for himself, has a regular, he hasn't been updating on YouTube for a while, but I think if you want to give an MVP for a good chunk of this game, Lucid's definitely in that conversation. YouTube visit helped you out with your Halo gameplay a lot. That's good to hear. Move from low plat to low diamond. Hey, that's progress. Nice, Tiger. Awesome. Both at you. Whoever wins Worlds. Yeah, I think as far as like overall MVP, obviously the story's still, not finished yet, right? Renegade's looking like, Renegade and Legend this year are looking like our, MVP players. I would say anybody on SR and Optic are capable of stealing the MVP award, depending on how they play in this upcoming event and the remaining 2. Outside of that, I'd be surprised if anybody outside of Optic and SR can squeak in, though, at this point. Heck Peckin, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome. If we want to see somebody on FaZe, i.e. Lucid, make it into, like, MVP form, he'd have to, like, look otherworldly in the next 3 events, right? Because so far this year, it's between kind of Renegade and Legend is where the conversation is focused. And then it would be, Shopify would be in that conversation too if they won something. So I think if they actually look like the team that they're capable of being this upcoming event and win it, then we're going to shift our MVP conversation to reflect that, I'm sure. Formy and Bound deserve to be in the conversation too. Like, it's not like, Renegade and Bound are carrying them to a win. All 4 members of Optic are looking insane. In that last event, I would say that the MVP was pretty arguable between like all 4 of them, depending on what series you were looking at, what game you were looking at. Like Formal had MVP moments, Legend did too, Renegade, Bound, they all kind of traded off. Like Renegade obviously was the star of the show in Arlington. I feel like that one's kind of undisputable. Dallas, though, was a little bit of just, them all kind of doing good things. Formy dominated Infinite. I mean, yeah, Formal definitely in like an overall MVP conversation. But like his sort of stature as a personality in Halo is something that was established well before he was in Halo. You know, so it's like, yes, he does a lot for the esport, but like just by existing, he does a lot. You know what I mean? Not that he doesn't also like make content, do the podcast and whatnot, but I feel like Lucid, you know, that's his game. Like he kind of blew up with Infinite, came into his own. You know, he's worked very hard to build the platform that he has. So it's, I don't know, there's different dynamics to the conversation. I'm not just talking about player skill and ability. You know what I mean? Anyway, but yeah, Formy would be in the MVP conversation too if you want to say like all-time Infinite MVP. And I think by the end of this year, if they win the next 3 majors, then it's got to be Optic and somebody on Optic that's going to take that title. Is it MKN Ruckus? Thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. We're making a ruckus, I think. People still associate, yeah, Lucid has been kind of spoken of as like the face of Halo Infinite for, you know, I think pretty good reason. So, in the conversation, Renegade have the most wins. There's actually like a good tally of that on Reddit, like an updated one, I think. As far as the schedule though, guys, we got what, Optic coming up. This would be what, 3:30 p.m. Eastern versus Envy is the first match for Optic in the tournament. Later, we'd have Complexity and Omit. As far as like the spiciest match of the day for Friday, I guess this is this the full day of Friday? This is the full day, yeah. So Optic Envy will be interesting, but not like what would be the spiciest? You know what? Space Station Complexity, low key, and I like the fact that they're ending the day with Space Station Complexity because I feel like that one will set the tone for the event in a lot of ways, right? Like if SSG come out, they win that, then it's gonna be proof that on LAN they're kind of, you know, back in form that we'd expect. And, you know, I put them back in my top 4 prediction, basically. If Complexity win that series, then Complexity are the real deal. And SSG, you know, unfortunately, maybe it's not their time. You know what I mean? Like, it really changes the dynamic around, like, how certain aspects of the event are going to go based off that one matchup. So I think that's definitely a good one to end on. FaZe and Nemesis will be very interesting, too. FaZe Nem is going to be spicy. FaZe in scrims, they ate forward Nemesis. Even though they've been looking so good in scrims, FaZe seemed pretty comfortable versus them. It was competitive, but it'd be nice to see that rematch. And there's a lot of conversation about FaZe and how they ended up in Pool B. That will be the dialogue coming into this. Nemesis have been like kind of cheeky with their social media. You know, picking on them for making a pool change, thinking that it was going to be easy breezy, only to go up against Nemesis. And they're, you know, in some cases looking like a god squad of their own, right? We got Bound ranking TSM Druck on his all-time Halo player list. I think he said he was like top 95 or some shit, right? We can watch this.
On the all-time list? Do you have Druck 84 on the all-time list? Probably top 100. Probably like 97.
He's got the most views. What
I was
he?
About that the other day when I couldn't sleep, laying in bed, I was like, bro, where did I put Druck 84 all time? I couldn't decide if he should be 94. And then Soulslide's 95? I don't know. I can figure it out. All right. Is Druck 84 still ranked 97 in your all-time list, or did he move up after winning that Fortress CTF? No, he's right where he belongs.
Where am I in the all-time list? Number 97, I'm done for that.
Oh, he's not bothered by it. Can we just put him at 84 and call it a day? It's Druck 84, number 84 all time. There you go. Easy.
Don't think I really want to get into COD. To be
Discuss his future career opportunities and what it would take to stick with, yeah, and I heard this earlier too. Is there what's it called?
Surprised.
The Narrative, Salt Lake City. That's Bravo and Onset's talk show.
Movies?
Broward's recent vid. There's a graphic that shows tournament placements. Here it is. I find this always there's just so much on screen. It's like overwhelming. FaZe is a coach now, apparently. But he didn't say who. Well, hopefully the replacement is something that, you know, is a good talking point for their matchups, and it's something that benefits them. But if FaZe chose a coach, then I'm going to trust that they know what they're doing, and that it's better that they have that coach than nobody, right? I want to see Lucid in the LVT Forge Hub tourneys because they have more weapons, and weapons haven't been GA. They simply never had a chance in ranked. Yeah, there are some weapons that haven't had a chance in ranked that are on those Forge maps for sure. Yeah, it'd be cool. I think next year is a time period where we could see top players participate in more tournaments that are different from like the typical HCS rule set that we're used to. That could make content more exciting, I guess. We'll see. I hope that Carbine is actually going to be in the game. You know, in like ranked, viable, skillful Carbine. Hi again, Samantha. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so supposedly number 1 is Penguin? Is this legit? Penguin because he's never placed out of top 3? Depending on the weighting of each placement, he's currently number 1 in the game in like tournament placements? So Penguin has 3 major wins. No world wins. But he's never placed outside of top 3. Average, it's based on average placing. I see. Yeah. Formal's after that. Formal's won 6 events. Wow. And 1 world championship. Eco and Stellar have won 7 events. Despite all the hate I know these boys have been getting recently. Maybe unwarranted. 7 event wins. More than Formal, but they find themselves in 3rd and 4th place. So Renegade, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Renegade does have the most event wins. With a world championship included. Does that make him like number 1 automatically? I guess he doesn't have the placing consistency within top 3 that maybe Penguin does, but 8 event wins, bro, across the history of Halo Infinite. Kind of godlike? Yeah, for sure. Average placing at 2 on the dot. And interestingly, would that sort of inadvertently guarantee, nothing's guaranteed, but that like FaZe make it into top 3 again? FaZe are looking like a top 3 team in comparison to like, or just based on the scrim stats and you know what we've been seeing from their practice. Top 3 is not good enough for them though. I know they're in it to win it. But based on what history tells us here, we could automatically kind of predict FaZe top 3. the stats, you know, let us know if you're predicting the placement for FaZe, you better keep it in top 3. So waiting is important, yeah, for sure. Omit Black not going to play. Do you guys have any sort of specific update on why that is? Like who can't make it? So I've heard, man. I've heard Omit Black might not be playing. Ice Kid's tweet not revealing a lot. Everybody's saying what happened, but there's no response from Envor. Lashshot really burst into the scene? Where's Lashshot on this? I'm covering some of it, so my bad, guys. I'm going to end up covering it more when I do this, right? I don't want to go on the other side of the screen either. Why am I not seeing... Ola has only played 2 events. But because of that, his average placing has him still in like the top like 10 to 15. Last shot's here. Okay, my bad. Bro, that's kind of wild. All of this absence from Halo Esports. He jumped in. His first placement was top 16 in LAN, Arlington 2024. And that's not including the FFA that he won the year before that, right? Top 8, top 4, top 12, top 4. Yeah, he definitely shot into the scene quickly. He's on... Yeah, he's... I just, like, lose him the moment I find them, bro. And I can't highlight a specific name. He's right here where my mouse is. Who else joined most recently in the scene? Like, I know Woodham is a relatively recent entrant, right? Woodham, same time as Lashshot, it seems. Woodham's first placement in a LAN major, even more significant, right? Top 6. Like, unknown, top 6. That's kind of huge. However, he's never surpassed that since. So no rail in the U.S. can't be that hard for someone to get across the country? I really don't know. I'm assuming that King J has, like, he's aware of all the options, you know, and had conversations with people who are knowledgeable and whatnot. Like, if he could get there, I'd assume he would get there, but... What was his update? Yeah, just no way of making it work. They have a replacement coach already, thankfully. I'm not sure, guys. Try to take a train from NJ to Salt Lake would be wild. Royal One, yeah, they're celebrating the birth of their child. So, pretty good reason to not be at SLC. Check replies. It was in his replies. He said, just no way of making it work. I'm not going to read through all of this, but what? Judgment call on the TSA agent. Tell Zuma to fire up the jet. I'm not sure who they got, but, you know, hopefully it doesn't negatively impact the team's performance. At the end of the day, you know, frustrating as this is, stuff like this happens relatively frequently. It's not the worst thing we've ever heard about a team coming into an event. Whatever Ice Kid and their team is going through sounds worse. Or like Druck in his circumstances with the visa issues, right? It's costed teams tournaments before. Pure speculation, row one? What do you mean? This is what I've heard. I don't know. You're right. I didn't hear it from the man himself. I just heard it through the grapevine, I guess, or whatever. Anyway. Is there any other, like, notable... Where's the pool graphic? Or do we even need to see it? Like, I feel like we saw the matchups coming up in the day, and that's a good understanding of, like, what to expect. Royal One is coming. If he suddenly arrives, like, shows up in the same way that he did with DreamHack, that'd be exciting, but my understanding is that's not happening. Boward. There's a different channel though. Bounce gameplay and like twos. I don't know if this is a good time to watch it though. Ultramite, how you doing, man? Welcome. Chat, give me some topics or something that we can watch together, because I might just go into one of these longer videos like the LVT video or Optic podcast just for the sake of like talking points here. I feel like we've kind of gone through the bulk of the content that we wanted to.
Listen, man, if you guys are listening to this podcast and you want my like honest advice on like how to get the current pros to play in something,
just something to have on
you
screen.
have to announce something very big and very soon into 2026.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to be super transparent.
As soon as you let go of
Why do I discredit every pro or event prior to Halo 5? I don't. D-Pro Edwards. What do you mean? I was saying, is the MCC wins, like, would they be weighted the same as a Halo Infinite win? I just asked the question. I don't know.
that hold of Halo
I wasn't
Pro's
around for
interest
MCC.
to the game and to just landing.
MCC obviously wasn't like the pinnacle of Halo competition. It was kind of like a darker period for the franchise coming out of Halo 4 and all the issues that MCC had that persisted as well. I think Halo 2 Anniversary was relatively well received, but like it was the beginning of HCS at the time. Like I'm assuming it was a relatively small community that I was invested in Halo 2 Anniversary. So just, you know, just an open question.
It's done. So,
bro,
if you
Legendary,
announce
I'm
some
not even
big-ass
gonna,
tourney in, say,
I'm not even gonna allow that
February
one,
or
bro.
March
That's
even,
crazy.
That pros will still get on the scrim for. That's the only way I think that 2026 will be what you guys want it to be.
Sure.
Welcome back to another Drop Pod. All right, we don't know the episode, but we're here with three fours of the team, no Sabri, but Nick is doing his Elden Ring marathon, so I will be filling in for the time being. So let's get started. So first thing we want to talk about is we want to congratulate the COD team on EWC. Round of applause, round of applause. Incredible performance. Incredible performance.
I'm covering
back to
these
back
guys
at the two biggest events. Mercules making a name for himself, being a household name now in the league, coming up in like a few events. So actually pretty insane. But congratulations to them and MVP. Congratulations to him. He was going crazy. The whole team was going crazy.
Wait, he got MVP or
maybe Hatoshi?
Ant did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Ant got MVP, and then yeah, and Ant got MVP for the event.
He said something like they asked if he was the GOAT, and he's like, I don't. What was it? Like I don't tell people what I am, they tell me.
And they announced it like in the post interview.
It's kind of fire.
Okay. So I think it was pretty cool that
you probably donate 8 to 10K for a Shyway event. Wow, Tim, but that wouldn't even get us close. Equipment alone would be nuts. Okay, well, just the fact that you're willing to do that is pretty incredible and inspiring, though. But you're talking about like a proper LAN major, which would be a hell of an undertaking. I think the first step before I even consider something like that would be an online tournament. So
at Hooksaid,
maybe I keep you in mind if we do like some sort of an online event or something for the community.
There, watch them win. I think
that's cool.
That was like one of the biggest
Thank
things
you for
me
even considering that, Tim.
It's just like having your family there, witnessing you win the biggest events.
Online would be a good starting point if I was to do some sort of
moment
event.
in time that you don't get back. So I know he was pretty happy about that. And then Brandon was going fucking crazy. So congratulations to them. They did incredible. So I guess we'll start on Salt Lake, on the road to Salt Lake. So last time we did the pod, Renegade was talking about how your guys' practice wasn't going that well. And I was going to ask, has it changed in the past week?
Wait, what? John said that? That guy right there?
Yeah.
Man, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome.
We from Shopify. Like the time we lost, our practice was like...
If there's some way that I can like help out the community and bring hype to this franchise beyond the watch parties and the stuff that we do on a daily basis, hosting event is something I don't have any experience doing, and I need a team of people to help make that a reality, but I'm not closed off to the idea. Like hell yeah.
Like lackluster because we just didn't really we weren't really going that hard. Yeah. But I feel like after we lost to Shopify and Screamer, I feel like we locked in.
We tightened up a notch.
I don't tell what people I am. To be honest, does that even make sense? Yeah, I think he misspoke. I know. I heard it. When I heard it, he definitely did like there was something grammatically awkward about that, but the delivery was, articulate enough that we got the point, right, Nomi? But yeah.
So why didn't you guys scrim Shopify?
Tell me what people I am or whatever. I don't know, but
wait, when they canceled?
Yeah. Did they cancel?
Yeah, they canceled.
Yeah.
Last Shot's internet was out.
Okay.
Made a team power ranking video. Do you want to link me the Thug Nasty video? I can add it to we'll just do, we got like a list going at this point. That's what I want.
2 hours later, but whatever. I don't really care.
We get it. Yeah. Let's go.
You guys played them in the Pro League most recently, literally yesterday. And
it's not as bad. Bro, I know we keep pausing, but Shotzi's like first interview, isn't that like kind of in like history for being one of the most awkward esports interviews of all time or something? Like his first like CDL interview was like, so he's come a long way, okay? The man's embodied the GOAT status that he's got now, but I think his first interview was like
it was
one of the most awkward interviews like all time.
It was a clean 4-0. I honestly think that they were looking a little bit, I don't know, shaky. I know that they were all next to each other. I saw Last Shot streaming. He was at the shop. I think so. Last Shot was at the Shopify HQ. That's what I saw.
You know if they're in LA or
I think LA.
I would assume LA.
Wait, Brad, you're saying they were sitting right next to each other, like a line formation?
Like how you hear yourself and me right now. They were hearing
the. They had no delay in their comms.
Yeah, they're digital.
I want to find a sweet spot where y'all can see like Bounce full. Just he's just big chilling, and I'm covering the man. But if I go up here and then we zoom in, I don't want to cover him later, right? Hopefully this is a better spot.
Yeah. I'm assuming because I saw Last Shot literally in HQ. I'm assuming it's LA because why would you want to fly from Toronto to Salt Lake before an event? Like it's just too far. So. You guys think
not going to shit.
You guys have improved first.
We're gonna find a way to make it great, Tim. But thank you, man.
This was,
and I'd love to hear that, man.
I think when we just want to kick up, like we just kind of like kick up. Like when we knew this match was like not a scrim. You know what I mean? Like last time we scrimmed them, I was like so checked. I was like convinced one of them was geoing. Like there was just like weird shit going on in the game. Like getting jiggle peaked, getting blanks. Like just got checked, and that was like on me. I like apologized after, but.
Formal saying he got checked in the scrim that they played, right? Because like our impression coming into this matchup, like I was giving Shopify the edge for this matchup as well, because the previous scrim they had played was like a 9-4 result. Formal was saying he's convinced they were geoing. This is a topic that we sort of tiptoed around during the scrim, but Optic was like on 40 ping during the scrim, which is just sort of different than what we are used to when they're normally on like 10 ping, whatnot. I doubt somebody was geoing. I know that there was a whole thing with Royal 2 in the past. Like, there's no way he would do something like that again. Or if somebody would do it intentionally, you know, like I don't know what happened that day, but the ping was like definitely weird.
Like yesterday, like I'm not gonna lie, like,
I still wouldn't
I
say
would
that.
bet.
Like I would still say SR just came out better regardless.
Like an hour before the shit, and I was like, we're probably gonna lose map one, but like I'll turn up
That was your first
rest of the
thought?
series.
Nah,
no, my first thought was like,
that'd be
I
crazy
feel good
though.
enough, and then I got in the shower, but yeah, Sabri was just on some demonic shit.
Yeah,
like he was going crazy, bro. So
yep.
He's gonna give us like a.
It's just tough because I like once again, you're right. I don't want to cover the man. GeoFilter. GeoFilter is like a special a device that pulls the server closer to you or to whatever you select, essentially. So if you're playing scrims, you got 4 members located in Optic. The fact that they're all in, 4 members located in Texas on Optic. The fact that they're all in Texas will pull the server over to Texas, and that's why Optic tends to play on such excellent ping, right? Royal 2's over in Saskatchewan, Canada. Back in year 1 of Infinite, he, I guess, had a geofilter on from matchmaking that he didn't recognize was on. That was pulling the router, pulling the servers closer to him during that tournament, which is obviously an advantage that he's manipulating. So that's problematic, right? Like if you're pulling servers using a special device to get better internet connection, then that's, breaching competitive integrity. I think my understanding was that it wasn't an intentional thing that he did, and the man got suspended for the one event. Formal actually subbed in for Royal 2. It was a whole thing back then in the first event of Infinite. There's a cool alternate timeline kind of idea where if Royal 2 didn't get suspended, some people have brought forward the idea that like maybe Sentinels never would have split up and they might have won that first event because they were in a great position to win that first event. And if they won that first event, it could have set the tone for the entire year. And that maybe that team with Lethal, Snakebite, Frosty, Royal 2, maybe it wouldn't have had to split up, in the way that it did after Kansas City. I don't know. But anyway, just whole dialogue.
Free win like that, I was like, sure, I'll sit in the tube.
He's almost like a deity took over.
Rama.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
Yeah, that was the best I've seen you guys play versus them, honestly. Like even throughout the past 2 tournaments,
Sure,
scrims,
that
everything,
and DreamHack.
you guys just look like on a whole another level compared to even the first 2 events and even DreamHack.
Yeah.
So you guys were going fucking crazy. I gotta give you guys
Thank
your
you,
flowers
Rusty.
because that's the way you want to like play one of the best teams going into the event. Like that's gonna be the last time you guys play against each other. So that's kind of the mental you want
watched this on
to
it.
instill on them. Like last time we played you guys, we beat you 4-0 for money too. Like the scrims don't matter because they are the best scrim team outside of you guys. They literally beat everybody. Like 10-3.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Like, I think we're like just getting to that point that we've been teaming with each other now for like long enough to where we kind of know what each other's gonna do. Like when we're coming off spawn, or like what's happening like mid. Like when I was first teaming with them, I didn't really know how Bound was gonna play something or John was gonna play something, But like now, like I've been around them for so much that like I kind of know what they're gonna do or like how they're thinking about plays. So it makes me like play better. And like, I don't know, when you don't have to like talk about what you're gonna do, it makes like the whole cohesion just feel way better. And like,
No, when you've actually like developed that chem where it's like unspoken,
Right.
Just no tendencies, it is pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting, right? The longer that you team together, obviously, the more you build chemistry. And then I guess what Formal's revealing here is that you start to understand how your teammates play in given scenarios. So you can play better because you know the Bound's going to do this, bro. He's going to hit this out. He's going to, you know what I mean? So kind of cool to see that like they recognize that they're evolving kind of naturally over time the more they stick together. And this is the benefit of a team staying together over the course of a year and becoming this like unstoppable force, because you build that chem. This is what SSG with Lucid and Snakebite have been struggling with is they couldn't quite find it. Now they split. Now they're on new phase. They're looking pretty good with the new phase, but just kind of cool how, Formal's getting to a point where he understands what his teammates are going to do in different situations. He knows how to play better. Kind of just gives us like a peek into that reality, which is kind of cool.
we're like getting to that point. So
I'd agree with that. We definitely are.
Yeah.
Do you think that
people were saying something about like Shopify not calming in scrims the other day as like a way to build chemistry? Like when they were playing Nemesis and people were like, yo, what the hell? They're losing to Nemesis. Some people were saying like, oh yeah, I heard they're not even calming. They're just like playing with no comms as like a practice or something, which I don't think is real. But imagine though, like where you get to a point where you just like understand your teammates, where you don't even really need the or you try it as like a form of practice. If you could like, flow so perfectly that you don't even need to talk to each other, you just know exactly like how to play.
In the
There's no way, right?
Like right before, kind of motivated you guys a little bit. Like we wouldn't win too.
Literally,
Not really.
Yeah, telepathy.
Not myself.
Yeah, no, I'm going hard.
Sitting side by side, just reading the body language, bro.
But honestly, I don't think there's anything more to say about it. You guys beat.
When your kids are ready for dinner, I meant no. Hey, much love, D Pro. All good. Yeah, no, I didn't mean to disparage any past events or pros achievements or anything like that. It was a genuine question about how do we weight Halo 2 anniversary tournaments in comparison to Infinite now, basically.
10-4-0. That's going to be the last Pro League match before the event. Who do you guys spend this week before?
Complexity, Rhino.
Yeah, they could play Cold tomorrow.
And that's it?
One last share scrim. Yep.
So that's a good way to go into the tournament.
One last 50 ping scrim.
One last 50 pinger.
Which they didn't do. What happened?
I wanted to ask you guys too.
What happened here, right? They're saying one last 50 pinger. They were going to play Complexity in scrims. That was the plan. Complexity ended up not playing them. They ended up playing FaZe instead. The Complexity, like I heard Complexity canceled on them. Like what's that all about, right? Is that like a last minute swerve? Are we dodging Optic or Optic dodging? Right? Like apparently Optic dodged Nemesis, or they like canceled with Nemesis in their scrims last minute. Optic haven't been doing a lot of scrimming in this past week. The last match they played was on the Sunday, which they looked excellent. So they're probably ready either way. But like, I wonder, right? Are we dodging scrims, like trying to limit Optic's practice?
Who is your dark horse team going into the event? That's just my question.
Where does dark horse?
Should throw FFA events?
It's just like
thinking about this for a minute.
Just like underrated.
Sure, Warpath.
Like they can perform outside their standards.
They're gonna do better than what people would think. They're
Okay,
gonna do.
this might sound
No
crazy,
problem, Jake.
bro.
Welcome in.
I think we get an Australian like top 8.
Ooh, that's not a bad.
I love this out of bound. He said we get an Australian
That's not
top
a bad hot
8.
take,
Not
to be
even
honest.
kidding.
The Barcode team?
I've been watching Barcode stream. He's on a mission, bro.
They've been doing really well. They beat Omit like 10-4 yesterday.
Barcode's been like a caged up animal.
Bro, he's a fucking.
He's just ready to get a leash.
Caged up, bro.
Nah, they have been going crazy. Like in their scrims, ever since they got to America, they've been
I
absolutely.
don't even know who else is on the team. I'm gonna be honest. I've been watching the whole scrim. It's just Barcode in my
I
mind.
never do, dude.
Do
It's
they have
always
two
just Barcode.
keyboarders?
Yeah, Scoob and I think maybe
Is it Reese? Wait, what's their team?
Rice,
Barcode's the
Scoob,
man,
and
though, bro.
Sways.
Barcode.
Rice.
But who'd they let go for Barcode?
I'm not 100% sure.
Plasma.
Because I know I think it's Barcode, Scoob, Rice, Sways.
In my head, it's like one big Australian team. Like the roster I'm thinking of has like 9 people.
I know, right?
Isn't it like Berserk and like Slays?
That's
and
like Slays, like Madsy. Is Madsy still on there? What's going on there?
Nah, they play, but I don't think that they go to events because they only
Kinda like-
fund one Australian.
It's like kind of low key disrespectful a little bit, but like I get it. Optic are in their own world. They're focused on their own matchups. Like Australia's just like over there.
Team to go to the event. In year one, I kind of forgot about this, but they had an Australian event, like an actual Australian major. Same with like Spain, I think Valencia, and Mexico City, and then all that
No, we're
got
definitely
cut going
watching.
into year two, unfortunately.
Yeah, they probably had like fucking 3 teams show up.
So
Barcode's still got that chip though. I'm not even discrediting that.
he does.
I don't want to play him at the event. That was basically my point. Okay, I don't want to play Barcode, and I wish him luck. That's all.
I think they're definitely.
Barcode's a good ass kid, bro. He's like so nice, and he's like one of the nicest people I've met in gaming.
But he like hasn't been nice recently. The shit I've been seeing. Like there's an evil side I've been seeing like coming out.
He's caged up.
Why you saw him like talking shit yesterday? In
The dog's gonna
He's been worn down.
He's screaming at IG, yelling harder than hell. Harder than hell. And it's not a nice, polite like. Let's back up. Let's wait. It's like fucking look at his needles. Fucking look at his needles, bro. Look at his fucking needles.
Bro, he was playing Omit yesterday, and he was talking shit because Omit they passed up on him. Like they picked up, I think, Huss over him, so he's got like bad blood versus them. Just the
grudge match.
Omit passed on Barcode.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not playing that guy at the event, bro. So
they're definitely making it AM, like without a doubt. They always make it at AM. I honestly consider them pro players, even though they're not starting in pro bracket. I still think they're pro
They
players.
10-4'd Omit in scrims.
Has Australia ever gotten better than top 16?
Top 12.
Top 12.
Have they gotten top 12?
That was the highest placing. I think at London. I'm not 100% sure.
What?
Yeah.
Who'd they beat?
And I think they beat the Spanish team.
I feel like it's gotta be crazy. Like, bro, top 12. What's going crazy?
I love the Australian players. They're always so nice and vibey.
They are. You always see
See,
them
they're
outside.
not nice anymore. Okay.
Why you don't think?
First thing you think of is nice. He's not nice anymore.
First thing to think of is vibey. Every time I'm like out for a cig or something.
Barcode is.
All right, Alex is nice. Barcode's turning like he's turning heel.
Alex
whatever.
is cool. Okay, but Barcode, he's really coming into his own, bro. Okay, go watch it.
Wait, Alex and Barcode are the same guy, right? He's saying Alex is cool, but Barcode, he's saying is his alias.
It's Rebroad. Go watch his Rebroad.
I know what you're talking about because I was thinking the same thing yesterday when I was watching him.
He was barking orders. He was calling them like privates and shit. He's like, Private Rice, look at my fucking ex. I was like, oh my God, get my fucking trade. I'm like, bro, whoa. What happened to Barcode? How long was he gone for?
He was gone for a good minute. Like I
will say, Barcode's been in one of the most challenging circumstances out of anybody in the Halo community, like hands down. And they're about to explain it here too. He's everywhere apparently on the map.
Or he was in the ringer. Like you don't know when you're gonna be able to come back.
There's two Alexes on the team. Oh shit!
You remember when he was like trapped in like Taiwan?
Yeah, bro.
For like a month.
How the hell was he in Taiwan, bro?
By himself.
Hey guys, I'm in Taiwan. You forgot about
like
me.
he was chasing his dream, dude. Like, he's like, nah, I just gotta like power through this. I gotta get through this, dude. Like there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Literally year 1.
I tipped that, bro. I fucking tipped that. I could not stay in Taiwan by myself for a month.
Bro, he's on Taiwan like on Blanley 200 ping. He's like, it's cool. It's cool. I'll go offer. It's fine. You guys watching? Like, it's fine.
Like, can you hear me? He's like doing the Discord. He's like, can you hear me? I know I'm kind of lagging. The internet's so bad here. I'm like, dude, like, can I like hotspot you somehow? Like, I need to like help you somehow. Like, let me buy you dinner, bro. Like, he's like, no, it's fine. It's only like $4 here for food. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck?
Bro, even when I teamed with him last year, he was doing like he was kind of going through the same thing. He was in Canada staying at Burton's house, and he didn't know that. Yeah, he didn't know because he couldn't be in America. First, he was at Spartan's house for a little bit.
Dude, he was back to back with Sparty.
Yeah, dude, he was back with Sparty for a little bit.
He did play with tapping buttons last year, and it sounds like he's been all over the map since.
Remember with them watching them play a match versus each other where they're back to back?
For a
Sparty and Marco,
dude, they were back, dude. They were scrimming against each other and like, dude,
yes, bro. And then
how crazy would that be, scrimming against each other and like yelling callouts, but being directly back to back? Like, I feel like that'd be so frustrating that you're like. That room is not built to, you know what I mean? You're gonna hear everything your teammate's saying, but like I don't know, it just sounds so ridiculous.
He was at Spartans. His visa like got
your opponent saying,
so we had to go to Canada for a certain time period, and then
bro, he's Mr. Worldwide, bro. He'll play from anywhere. That's actually insane.
He is chasing.
Bro, wasn't him in like tapping in some like random house in like Texas or something? Like,
oh yeah, I heard about that too. Is it like the native thing?
Well, that might have been year 2. Not when I was on the team. When I was on the team, after he was in Canada, he got approved after London, and then he moved into an apartment with tapping out in Seattle.
Yeah, he lived in Canada next to Druck for a little bit.
Yeah, they were going out for food and whatnot.
If I wanted it as much as him, dude, I could have done way more with my career, bro. If I wanted as much as him.
How's this guy saying I could have done way more with my career if I wanted? This bro's not a 5P right now. His career is still like just beginning.
If I was born in Australia, I would give up.
He's a great teammate. He's a great teammate. I love teaming with him. He was honestly like
he's a great guy, bro. Shout out.
No, he's due. So I'm not trying to play him, bro.
He's a great fucking guy, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Alex. Big shout out to Alex.
He's a good kid, bro.
Shout out Barcode. Shout out Alex.
He's on. There's no way he makes it to our pool, right?
I don't know how the
there's a lot of fear out of John there. I didn't like that. I don't think they can.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
It's gonna get weird, bro.
Okay, so Matt or John, your dark horse teams?
Probably TSM.
Whoa.
Like I know TSM isn't like a dark horse team. They just got 3rd, but like
yo, cut that mess. Say Nemesis, bro. Say Snapdragon, please.
No,
please say Snapdragon.
No, because Nemesis is good. Like they're known as being good. I think TSM since the event they've been getting kind of shit on by like
TSM's 2nd seed.
Nah, but listen, like they did good at the event. They got 3rd, and they got 2nd seed, whatever. But like ever since then, pro league matches, scrims, they've been getting kind of like just tossed around. Like Mikey had that like vacation shit, and then they came back. They never really got good footing, but like they're kind of like a LAN team. Like those kids kind of power up when they like each other. What?
I don't know if we give them that, bro.
I mean, I think those kids
you guys on Friday.
Can you be considered a LAN team if you haven't won on LAN with that team?
Well, yeah, you can be considered like a better on LAN team.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're like LAN gods. I'm just saying like those kids are just shit online.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all separated.
But they weren't looking like this online before DreamHack, were they? Or I don't know, because I feel like they're just not looking good online right now to the point where people are counting them out of LAN. But yeah, I think this is fair out of
in the US, like one's in Canada. You know what I mean?
Shit online. They just actually don't try online.
They just run it down online every time I play against them. Like 8 scrims, tourneys, like match it. It doesn't matter. Those kids are just running and
they act like we don't know this
trying
too.
to stick me.
They act like we don't know this. We're like, bro, I know you're not trying. I know when you get to LAN, you're gonna go extra hard, and I'm gonna be like, and I'm not even going hard now. So when I go hard on LAN, you're gonna be mumbling too.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think TSM will probably do well, even though everyone's kind of counting them out right now.
It's like, I know you're not trying, but it's okay because I'm not trying too. And then we're like,
that's a good take because
me trying is gonna be better than you trying.
So I'll admit that.
Maybe Cole.
It's fucking funny.
I guess.
Yeah, that was my other one.
Yeah,
cool.
I feel like Cole's been playing pretty good online.
But they're like getting hyped up now.
They are.
Yeah, Ryan Noob doesn't.
It's like a light horse. You know what I mean? Like it's like
I don't like that Ryan Noob. Yeah, I feel like he's more of an underdog than like.
No, he's the underdog.
But Ryan plays to be the underdog.
When you count him out, like, he underdog. But I feel like when he's like counting,
No, he
like,
wants
I don't
counted
know.
out. He wants counted out.
Yeah, he wants to get about him, bro. And then like he's up 2-1 for
Connor, thank you for the development. Welcome.
first pool play match, like versus the top seed. And he's playing Fortress Bongen 4 and it's 2-0. Like
he's geeked up.
Loves that shit, dude. He's talking shit on fucking
He's pointing
G6.
his baby in the crowd.
High-fiving your high five. Like yeah, it's fucking
Bro, that's actually funny that you guys bring up complexity because I actually predicted them to win their pool. But honestly, the past I think few days or maybe even 5 days, they haven't been looking that great in scrims. I saw them play Nemesis and
got railed by Nemesis.
Yeah, that was a bad. Like, it was like 14-3, I think.
Are you counting Ryan about?
16-4, yeah.
I'm not counting him out.
That's all I needed.
Okay, how
That's
about this?
all I needed right there.
No, how about this? How about this? I'm not counting him out.
times in the mirror, bro. He'll appear and fucking scream at you and shit.
I'm not counting him
You got to listen closely, moments. That you know.
out, but I'm basically saying that Nemesis is looking very, very good because of complexity has looked so good recently.
What did Nemesis get last event?
Top 6.
Did they?
I feel like they've been perma top 6 for like 2 years.
They beat Ryan Noob's team for top 6.
They are pretty consistent at getting like in that top 6 range.
Granted, Ryan Noob did take them to game 5, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But
I think he did.
I think he did.
Right on
I
that.
think he did on
So
Genji.
you can't count him out. You can't count him out. But
Yeah.
Nemesis, ever since they got to the US, they have been looking nasty. So they're probably my dark horse team going into the event. Even though like people expect them to do really well, like Wutum's very hyped up. Everybody knows they're the best EU team. They performed extremely well throughout the season. I just feel like they're not talked about really until they get to America and start practicing, or when it's at the event.
I mean, like I don't know what their scrims are looking like in EU. Probably like
they just play the same like 2 or 3 teams. They just play the same 2 or 3 teams. It's the Z10 team who they actually lost to at first. Like when the Z10 team like got a new 4th.
Bastos?
For Jimbo. They won the first EU Open Cup. They beat
I remember that.
Yeah, they beat Nemesis twice, and then after that, Nemesis just started getting back on regular schedule programming and beat them all the cups and scrims. Are beating them bad. Like they're looking really well. They're looking
It's like belt.
Or like if
It's
I'm
like
like,
yeah, like you said.
bro, if I'm Nemesis, bro, and like my team's like, yo, you guys trying to boot camp? Like I'm like so doped up for that. Like you're getting this bad practice online. Your sessions are like kind of ass, and then like you get to go to the US and like scrim next to each other for like a week or two, bro. I'm giving you 110%.
Yeah.
Like if I'm one of them, like we're going hard as fuck. We're not flying to the US early and not going hard as shit.
Like, dude, they always be scrimming matchmaking like all day. You can see them on at like 11 a.m., 10 a.m. all the way until scrims and after.
Yeah, because they feel like they like are like kind of
on borrowed time.
Like when like they're back home, they probably think like, nah, these motherfuckers are lucky. Like we're not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
wait, they probably think if they were American, and we were EU, they would like we would never even get close to like sniffing them.
They
would
don't
just
know if they
run
think
us.
that, but like I think they think like
SLG gives me that.
Like, I don't know.
It's an interesting note at Abound. He's saying if the roles were reversed and they were in NA, then they would think that like they wouldn't think highly of them in EU. Does that make sense? Like I think I kind of agree where SLG definitely has a confidence about him where he knows he's a top player. And he, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I get what Bound's trying to put down here.
Listen, I'm going to say is about Nemesis is I've always tipped my hat to Snipe Drone. I don't want any problems with him. He's cool. If we play him, let's just have good games, bro.
Yeah.
Good games.
He's a cool kid, too.
Nemesis is going hard.
Grown,
I hope they're not, like, gassing themselves out or anything, though. I know that they're, like, playing all day, every day is what it looks like. Their scrim stats look incredible. Obviously, their circumstances are ideal for them to play well, and I'm sure they're going hard. So hopefully they carry that form that they've showcased in these scrims, especially with SR recently, to the lane.
Yeah, he's not a kid. He's a grown man.
Yeah.
So, Bound, you said Mind Freak, Matt.
Halo's for real, man. It's for,
you said
whoever.
TSM, and then John, Complexity, and then me, I'm going to go with Nemesis. It was Complexity at first, but I'm going to probably go with Nemesis. I think Complexity will do pretty well. Honestly, I think they've kind of slowed down because they've just, I don't know.
Who's in Is that the SSG boy?
Yeah, SSG and Omid, I believe.
Yeah, I feel like Cole versus SSG is gonna like determine how both those or how that weekend goes for both of those teams.
Yes. That's an all-timer. That's an all-timer series.
That's how we end tomorrow, right? SSG versus Complexity is the final match tomorrow. That's going to be a really nice way to end the day.
So
whoever wins,
they can move in. Let them move in, clutch.
Like, just think about that.
That'd be
like,
crazy though.
SSG wins, they're like, yeah, I mean, it's land now. What do you expect? And if Cole wins that, they're thinking like, yeah, we actually are legit. Like, I think so.
Do they?
Yeah,
I think they lost them in the league though.
Yeah, they did. They beat him game 7. SSG beat him game 7.
Yeah, bro, insanely close series between SSG and Complexity is the last thing we have to go on for those two teams, right? It went down to like 50-49 Slayer, and all the Slayers were like crazy close. Game 7.
Yeah, there's like weird little like mini lore there, I think.
Yeah.
Lore?
Yeah, I didn't like that. I did not like that for the cool camp. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't like that.
Wait, what do you mean?
When they lost the game 7.
That was a bad loss. That was bad.
SSG.
That was bad.
In the Pro League. I feel like, weren't they kind of like winning that series?
I didn't see it.
They're up 3-2.
Oh, I think they were winning that series for the most part.
Yeah, they're up 3-2 and they're up 1-0 on the oddball.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. I just saw the series score, and I was going to rewatch.
Oh, no, Optic plays tomorrow. Here you go. Hold on. We looked at it already. I know we're kind of like jumping around. This is the schedule. We start with TSM Phase, and then on B stream, we got Cloud9 Zero Tenacity. Optic play at 1:30 Mountain Time, so 3:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm on Eastern Time personally. This is Optic Envy. And then Complexity Omit on the B stream, right? We got Shopify, C9, TSM, Nemesis, Space Station Omit, Optic, and A Real Nightmare. So Optic play twice tomorrow. It's 7:30 p.m. Eastern and 3:30 p.m. Eastern. The biggest matchups I think to look forward to are going to be Nemesis, Phase, Space Station, Complexity. Those are going to be spicy, especially with like the dialogue coming into it. If Envy are looking Final Four, maybe they can give Optic some trouble, but I'm going to give Optic the hard favor in that matchup. I feel like everything else is like kind of, my expectation is Phase is going to beat TSM, but who knows? TSM could be deadly. I know they've been inconsistent recently. Shopify I put over Cloud9, but Cloud9 honestly have given Shopify trouble in scrims before. Will they carry the momentum they seem to have in scrims over to LAN? Like, there's a lot of questions for all of this. They're all going to be fun matchups to watch, but I think specifically FaZe and Nemesis, and more importantly, Space Station Complexity is like, whoever did this knows ball, right? Like, put this together, because SSG Complexity, I think, is what looks to be the most, like, the closest matchup that I can see on paper in the graphic here.
I'm gonna close them.
But that after I saw that series score, it kind of changed my perspective on how I think that series is going to go. I think it's going to come down to
Optic going to lose on Friday. I feel like Optic are in a much better position to win through this Friday than they have been in their previous majors. Like, TSM has given Optic trouble before, and I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm always open to surprises. If they lose, it's going to be in that Envy matchup. But I feel like, based on what I'm seeing here, their pool looks easier than it has in the past. Like, Nemesis are a scary team. I'm not super surprised that they came out so hot on that Friday in Arlington. TSM, they have a very high ceiling that they've showcased multiple times in the past with that roster, and they just happened to do it again on Friday, right? Envy have given Optic a little bit of trouble, maybe in the past, but ultimately I don't think Optic's worried about this team, and probably not really worried about anybody, but I think they'll be okay. Barring some crazy upset. It would be a crazy...
Whoever wins game 1, like I think if
upset.
SSG wins
I'm not
game
going to put it
1,
past Envy to do it.
But if Complexity wins game 1, they could win 3-1. Or it could go to game 5 and they'll win. But I think if it goes to game 5, SSG...
Who's the other team in their pool?
Omit.
Yeah, I mean, like, those guys can't really count that team like completely out either. Like,
Yeah.
I know they've been getting fucking like railed like recently. Like, let's just call it how it is. They're getting railed by like everyone I'm seeing playing them. But like on LAN just different, man.
That is true.
Anything can happen any given series, bro.
It is.
I do think that
for 45 minutes, like you don't never know.
I do think that they could match up pretty well versus Complexity. Like they have their moments. Like they had their moment when they were qualifying for Pro League against Cloud9. Like they were going crazy.
Yeah.
But ever since then, they haven't been trying.
Wait, hold on, bro. It's kind of going crazy, bro. He's saying if we could say any team who says they could beat Complexity, you are counting Rhino out.
No, I'm just saying Omit on LAN. I'm not counting TJ out.
Party versus Ryan Noob. The tail is a little distinct.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I see Ryan, you kind of live and die by the noob, bro. Like if he wants to come correct that day, if he doesn't, what are you gonna do? You live and die by the noob, bro.
That's true. That's true.
Like we're talking, like, bro. Only thing that matters is if Ryan Noob's on his back, and if he's not, it's weird.
Like if he's in like that. Remember me, your TJ were watching him play against FaZe in that one tourney?
Yeah.
He ran back silo and injured the camel guy.
Yeah.
Like if he's in that bag, bro, like
yeah.
I'm hoping I just dodge that side of the bracket and he like calms down. Like, that
Calm down, settle down. Put him in timeout. Put him in his baby top.
I'm just waiting for like a Sparty takeover, bro. Like
I've been waiting for a while.
Quiet, bro.
Is he not due, bro? Like,
he's so
due.
He's been real quiet ever since he got back. Like ever since he got back in the league, he got top 12 the first 2 events.
I like this dialogue.
Him too. I was saying he was the chained up pup. You know what I mean? And then like I thought some crazy shit was about to happen that first event.
Right.
And then
wait, why didn't they pick up Barcode?
Oh shit.
I think he's playing from Greenland or something.
My headphones like.
But yeah, no, I agree. That was the dialogue, I think, with Sparty coming back in Arlington. Everybody saying he's so due to like, pop off. I don't know if it's like vengeance is the word, but he's been like caged up, right? Suspended for so long. We haven't quite seen that. He's had a very challenging year. You can't count these guys out on land, but yeah, I mean, they've been getting kind of thrown around.
He's based out of Turkey right now.
Live from
Greenland is crazy.
But,
He's there for 2 weeks. So
I know, living in an igloo, 400 ping, it's cool, it's fine.
I know that Rafi was going to pay for his flight and everything. He was going to have a place to stay in America too. So he was going to be situated. His visa was straight up until, I think, July, like right now. But Omit was going to pay to renew it. And he would have had a place to stay in America. I think Best Man offered him a place out in San Antonio.
Wow.
And like I said, Rafi was going to pay for his flight to come to America.
Man?
Yeah. That was random to me too. That was random.
Best Man has got it like that?
He has a nice house.
Offering him a place? Like, okay.
Yeah.
You can stay at the lake house, it's fine. Like,
He would just need a setup. That's all he would need. But that was.
Has it had a team? Like, is it his team's fault though? I don't know. It's like, I don't know what the issue is. I think Sparty can be like the best player, in the game at times. Definitely the best player in a series. Maybe there's a little bit of inconsistency to his performance, but what's interesting is the fact that like he's no longer on Complexity, and all of a sudden Complexity with Ryan were looking like this force online in scrims. Like, what's going on there? And it's not like the players on these teams are so fundamentally different than players he's teamed with in the past, right? We're just kind of trading off the same players. Like current Omid is like old Complexity, with some change player. Like current Complexity is like, you know what I mean? Like they've all just been kind of swapping. Like, so why is it that current Complexity is like looking so incredible together now that Sparty's not on that team?
Like what was going on, and then they just decided to go with Huss, I think, over him, unfortunately. And then
Sparty has had like multiple moments where he's looked absolutely insane in the past few years. Like, I think a good example is when him and Lethal were together on, what was it, FaZe? Was it Team FaZe? No. Sentinels. On Sentinels in that 2023 tournament where they placed second. Like, a lot of moments in that tournament. He'll have a game every once in a while where he'll drop like a 40 bomb in comparison to everybody else, like barely getting like 20 kills, let's say, in like a all-ball live fire. He'll go absolutely nuts.
He just started to have that chip on his shoulder.
He has it in him, but it's just not.
A lot of chips on his shoulder.
Just looking inconsistent.
I don't like that for the comp, bro. I don't like that.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
All right. So anything else?
Streaky.
We move on.
I think that's fair, Jimmy.
Right.
The fuck is that topic?
Formal roast maniac during Elden Ring marathon.
It's not even a clip. It's just you just make that up.
Did Maniac finish Elden Ring? Like he's doing this like 24/7 Elden Ring marathon. He can't just like cut it and go to the land, can he? Like I think he had to. I hope he finished it because it's too late now.
What? That was all I said was you're garbage or something. Yeah. That's the topic?
He did?
Damn. Respect. I did see that because I was watching it. He could not get past Millennium.
Wait, bro, that Pamaj shit was funny as
Nah, I'm not going to lie. When I was watching that, I was scared because I thought Pamaj was dead.
Dude, go.
Wait, what happened? There was like a 20-second period where I was like, yo,
budge, bro. He did not
bro,
budge.
I'm not going to lie. Bro, he looks exactly like the fish from SpongeBob.
No. When he was like leaned over to the left, bro, I was like, yeah, I'm a little freaked out right now.
Bro, he looks just like the fish from SpongeBob when he dies. You know what I'm talking about? When he's like that. He's kind of like, I see why you're scared.
X is over his eye?
Yeah. Like that.
Bro, he looks like he could be fucking dead. I was so scared.
Like, that's low-key not sleeping.
Look at him.
That's low-key not sleeping.
Jesus.
Bro, he's not budging, bro. He's not moving at all. Like, he's literally just stuck in that chair, stuck in that position. No, do you remember when his neck was like sideways like that, dude? That's when I first clicked in.
Honestly, sleeping like that and then waking up, the amount of pain I feel like you would be in to like be sleep. I don't know. That just looks terrible for everything in your body right now.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I was like, what the hell? That's not like a sleeping position. This motherfucker might be dead. I'm scared.
This at least looks a little bit more comfortable.
That actually looks kind of nice.
Really?
Like, he's getting some REM.
Yeah. He's definitely like heavy sleeping.
That's not REM. Those glasses are tinting out like the lights. Like, that's REM, bro.
Bro, he is out. Bro, he's slobbering on himself, guaranteed. Yeah. He does look like the fish from SpongeBob.
Barry looks just like him.
Yeah, he's waking up with those like lines on his like body for some reason. Like, he's slumped.
He just can't even feel his ass when he wakes up.
Bro, you thought Shotzi was on this spot?
Wait, bro, what is this? What is this? Is this happening right now? SR is currently playing Nemesis in scrims? No way. How are they doing this? They're doing this from their boot camps, their respective boot camps, the day before, and then Halo Data Hive is tracking it. It's still last minute scrim. Do you want to do a scrim this last minute and then suddenly get beat down by SR right before the event, or do you want to hold on to like that confidence that would have come from their performance, previously? Like, are they going to be kicking themselves at the end of this scrim? Because oh boy, is it looking lopsided at the moment, right? They're up 70 kills over them right now. the stats are, you know, already significantly different. Shyway? Oh, my word. I don't know if, no, you know what, to be honest, I got on today with the intention of, like, keeping the vibes chill and not, like, destroying my voice in prep for what's coming tomorrow, right? Like, I think we can kind of chill today. I don't know if I want to go, like, lock in and start commenting and casting this. I'm just wondering, like, I mean, all practice is, you know, good practice, I guess, but does it kind of, like, set a negative precedent or mentality for them coming in, getting beat like this, or will it change? There's still time to change things, I guess. I don't know, but where did that go? But it's already looking, you know, pretty significantly different. I assume that they're at the venue at this point, though, right? Like, what kind of setup are these guys playing from? Are they playing, like, in the back of the venue or something? Cycle's got 114 kills right now. Last shot right behind them, bro. Woodham, the only one kind of toe-to-toe in the Slays category with 100 at the moment, but wow.
Nazi, are you the CDL goat?
I was a director.
Don't commentate, just watch it. What's the point? Yes, do that. Thank you for the
greatest
follow.
of all time. Are you in contention for the greatest of all time that Call of Duty has ever seen?
Hey, I don't tell what people I am. They tell me.
That's right.
That's right.
That's a good ass answer. I can't lie.
So it's, I don't tell people what I am. I don't tell people what I am. They tell me. That's what he meant to say. I don't tell people what I am.
That Call of Duty has ever seen.
Hey, I don't tell what people I am. They tell me. That's right. That's right.
That's a good ass answer. I can't lie.
I'm not gonna lie. He practiced that in the mirror.
I think he did, low key though, right? Like, do you think he actually practiced that? I feel like I don't tell people what I am. That's what he meant to say, but because he kind of fumbled out, like maybe he was like low key. I don't know. Anyway, I mean,
Think so? He practiced that in the mirror.
It's too perfect.
It's kind of funny, but
He
anyway.
practiced that in the mirror, bro.
It was a perfect
Respect,
response.
though. The man's
Like,
absolutely the
perfect
goat.
It was like too good. Like, whoa. This guy's a poet. But like Shotzi's not smart like that.
Hey, we could talk about the end of Halo Infinite. That's probably a big thing people want to listen to, right?
I was waiting until the end because I didn't want
For
to
sure,
get about it
resist.
too long and then us not talk about the other stuff first. So I wanted to save it for the end. So you guys want to talk about it now?
I mean, it'd probably be a pretty big segment, right?
Well, what is SSG tweet? Steve's tweet?
Sure.
That's so that is SSG's owner, Unit Sean, and then Steve's is Shopify's owner. So I guess we'll start from the announcement.
What
and
did
then
you say?
they were talking about how basically they want to support, and then one is Kason as well, saying that he wants to support still
Here we go.
in the limbo period. I call this like this little downtime. I call it the limbo period.
All right, so just like TLDR for this thing, Halo Infinite, this is the last year of it. We got 3 events left. And then the new Halo hasn't been announced yet, but like there's like rumors it's being worked on, blah, blah, blah. Personally, I don't know when the new Halo's like when I think about when the Halo's actually going to come out, I'm thinking like deep 2027. If I'm like thinking about D4-3 handling everything, like
Q4.
And that's like at the earliest in my head. I don't think that the shit's coming out into 2026. I think it's coming out like late, like November 2027.
I agree with that.
I agree.
Like, bro, I'm getting that
Or
shit
October.
for Christmas in 2027, bro.
So basically, like HCS ain't gonna run another year of Infinite. I was kind of surprised they ran a year this year. So I'm grateful for this year. But yeah, there'll be a period where a lot of Halo pros are like in a weird limbo period for sure. Probably try to switch to COD. A lot of them will probably try to switch to COD. And what did I say?
2028.
my
Don't
glasses,
say
bro.
that.
Are we looking forward to the day?
You want me to read it?
When I'll be in 2026, as always, we'll keep the community up to date with the latest. Expect another update from us.
Yeah, so they'll probably announce something at Worlds, like with some sort of info, either on the
July.
next game or what they plan to do with the HCS. But yeah, it doesn't seem like
Does
there's
that
going to
say
be an
late
HCS
next year?
Yeah.
Oh, was this posted
Bro,
on random?
wait, what?
Was it random? Yeah, it came out of
I
nowhere.
thought this was like kind of random. I feel like 343 always just like sets up everything. Like even if it's disappointing,
I don't
like,
think
they'll
this was
they'll like
this
set it up.
random.
They'll be
It
like,
just came
"Yo,
out
we have an
random.
announcement like coming in a week." And we're like,
No,
"Oh,
they dropped the shit on the
it's
timeline,
like-
hoping no one will see this, bro. I'm
This
good.
wasn't.
I feel like my understanding is, or he might say it, like they might have not known they were going to get hit with this, and they just got hit with it, and then just shared it with everybody, maybe out of just respect for like the pros. It'd be nice for them to know in advance, like so that they can modify their life or their expectations going forward. Like,
Low key, like I think Tasha treated this from his personal account.
Yeah.
This wasn't just like, if you guys want to read it, read it.
just screw it out. They might have just found out
This
about it.
wasn't planned. I don't think.
Yeah.
And before I go into that, can you scroll down a little bit, Riley? In like the last paragraph,
Thank
or
you,
second to
Antel,
last
for
paragraph, that one. So I'm going to read this. It says, looking forward to 2026. While the studio is fully focused on the future of Halo, you can expect there to still be more online and on.
Kept under wraps from pros. No, what I'm trying to say is I think that even HCS, the team, wasn't aware of this. And then when they found out, they just let us know. Maybe. Like, I don't have any specific evidence or something to, like, confirm that. But what I'm hearing, even with what APG seems to be saying, is that, like, not just the pros, but, like, even the team.
Yeah. Competition for Halo Infinite.
Like the HCS team.
We will be supporting events.
Like, this is like Microsoft, I assume, overlooking all of this, decides whether or not to give them the budget for the year that they can run for HCS. It's, it's up to HCS, the team, to do what they can with the money that's allocated to them. But the decision-making on whether or not the league exists is not up to HCS.
And player travel, and even Halo 5 and MCC, as we've done consistently via side events. So basically, they're still doing Halo events. It's just going to be at a smaller scale.
What does that mean, though? On-land competition for Halo Infinite. Who's doing that?
I think it's them.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Either way, I think these type of tourneys are going to be similar to what we saw with
grassroots, like Halo 3.
Like the Halo Reach, like, you know what I'm saying, like the Boo Doo, whatever the fuck. I don't even know what that was. What
Anaheim 2020.
It was Halo Reach. So
it was like a Halo Reach like throwback LAN tourney or some shit.
Yeah. So it was like during 2019, like after Halo 5.
I was desk hosting this one, by the way. Big throwback.
It was basically the same
limbo period, right?
Yeah.
It got weird. We're playing Reach and shit.
It was basically the same thing. We were playing Halo 3, and then we played Halo 3 for a year. But I think HCS had like a deal with DreamHack. So I think that's going to be the same thing where we're going to have infinite events at DreamHack. But also another tournament organizer was holding events, UGC, and that's going to be LVT for us. The UGC was back in Halo 3, but they're not around anymore. So LVT is going to try and hold events. So I think it's going to be the same thing, but the events were like for 50,000, but we had like five events per year. So no worlds, but
5 events per year. Whoa. In 2019, I don't know about 5.
Event was 100,000. So there was a little bit of money, but you only got money if you won. Literally, that was it. But after Halo 3, we went to Reach, and then COVID hit. Then we did H2.
Very disingenuous to pro players chalking a whole year to wait. Yeah, I mean, like, it's an L for sure that we're not like immediately ready with the next game. We can't just like maintain and build momentum into the next title. Unfortunately, like, Halo's been this way for a long time now. This is not new for us, right? Like, the waiting period between Halo 5 and Infinite was 3 years. And I feel the reason why it was so long was partly due to COVID at the time, right? That like led to delays. Like, Infinite was supposed to come out a little bit earlier than a year earlier than it came out. So I'm, a little bit more optimistic and kind of hoping that things are going to roll out quicker this time with the Unreal Engine and, what I assume would be like a better development cycle with it.
Online, and then it was basically just nothing.
It was just stalling until Infinite.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, like, I totally get. Like, and it's cool. It's cool if SSG owner and Shopify owner want to work with LVT in some way and throw tourneys and stuff. That's dope, man. I do support that.
Wait, what did the Shopify owner say? I want to see what that guy's saying.
I did see what he said.
I want to see what he says.
So 3 orgs already like made some sort of statement, I'd say. And basically the TLDR on this is Shopify enjoys working with Halo Studios. They've been a good developer. They're still trying to work with the developer and hold events, but they're going to need some support from other orgs too. So I think that they want to stay. They're going to find out more in due time, but that's basically the TLDR, which I think is a good thing from Shopify, especially with them hosting the Pro League and putting money.
I mean, do these guys even need help though? You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Listen, man, if you guys listen to this podcast and you want my like honest advice on like how to get the current pros to play in something, you have to announce something very big and very soon into 2026.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to be super transparent.
As soon as you let go of that hold of Halo Pro's interest to the game and to just landing, it's done. So if you announce some big ass tourney in say February or March even, that pros will still get on and scrim for, that's the only way I think that 2026 will be what you guys want it to be. So that just take that with a grain of salt. Do whatever the fuck you guys want. I think that's the best way to go about it if you guys really want to like, quote unquote, be the saviors of Halo for a little bit. That's my advice.
I agree. That's actually really good advice. I think that I'm pretty sure they do listen to the pod, or that message will get back to them.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they had an event lined up. I don't know what kind of prize pool we're looking at, like 100K or something like that would be cool. Within the first 3 months of next year would be something to work towards. And like a LVT Pro Series with the help of Shopify and HCS funding or something like that would give us like regular content in the lead up to it. Like, I don't know. There's some groundwork at play here that we've established in this year with the Pro Series and with the org support that makes me optimistic about what could be put together. The prize pools will be smaller, but like, I don't know, there's still a lot of passion and love for the franchise and for the esport. People want to see it stick around. And even by Formal's response right there, if the right moves are made, I could see Formal continuing to compete as well. Like, he doesn't seem like he's like checked out of the sport by any means, you know? He's kind of in a wait and see position at the moment. I like how talkative these guys are with APG hosting compared to usual. Yeah, I do feel like I like this vibe on the podcast. Like, APG is kind of taking the host role because Maniac can't do it, but I feel like they're very comfortable with APG here, and they're talking more. They seem to be, talking more than I'm used to listening to them talk when Maniac is hosting it. Not that Maniac does a bad job, because he does a great job, but for some reason they do seem like they are the stars of the podcast more when you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, something about the dynamic is actually engaging, and I'm getting more out of Bound specifically. Bound and Formal. Renegade's always been a little quiet on these, but yeah, they seem more, they're participating more. Sure, Kova was an issue, but from my understanding, they had to scrap a lot of the original build. Yeah, my understanding as well is that the game was going to be of, not to get into it, but very different than what it turned out to be. Halo Infinite, Kamikaze. Game is less likely to face delays because it is multiplayer only. I mean, we don't even know me. Like, apparently they're working on a Halo CE remake, which is like campaign only or something. So like, is that coming out next year? Like, they do have something planned for the 25th anniversary of Halo at the end of 2026. I don't know if that's a game or if that's like some special celebration. They said they would celebrate in style. Like, they could have a Halo CE remake with Unreal Engine and then a multiplayer focused game for the following year. That makes sense to me, but I don't know. No. Maniac's a great host. I'm just saying, when Maniac's hosting, he's also a big part of the podcast as a personality as well. I can guarantee 50 subs if it isn't multiplayer only. What I'm saying is that I think that there's a campaign only game possibly coming and a multiplayer only game possibly coming. You have the sauce, okay? Those Optic mics are terrible. Shouldn't be able to hear membranes and tissues slapping around someone. Okay. I mean, for the record, these mics is the same mic I have. It's a Shure SM7B microphone. So I don't know if there are, aspects of their setup that could be altered to make it sound better, but their mics are high quality microphones.
Sort of way. So I think that Shopify is trying to be in Halo for the long haul. I know that they just became a partner team, so I would hate to see them literally just leave after they came in. But they've been in Halo for a minute, and now they're officially partnered.
Saying he takes up a lot of space, makes it seem like he's not providing value in the cast, because he definitely is like a valuable addition to the Optic podcast. But I do like that Optic, the players feel more free to talk more with his absence at the moment, at least.
I guess we just got to wait. But SSG's owner, Unit Sean, he made another statement too on Twitter.
Well,
I think it was like yesterday too.
I don't know.
But again, the TLDR on this is they enjoy being in Halo. They have loved Halo. They always put on a good event too. Like, SSG's events are incredible. Like, they go crazy for Halo. They genuinely just love the franchise. They love the community. So they don't want to just dip out too. They know it's going to be a slow limbo period into the next game, but they're trying to support the best way they can. So I guess we're going to find out in the future, but it's good to hear these orgs like actually making statements saying that they want to stay in the scene instead of just dip out like quietly.
I love that personally. I feel like we're in a much better position from like an org support standpoint than we were coming out of Halo 5. Towards the end of the waiting period in prep for Infinite, orgs started jumping back into the esport. I think Sentinels was a big one that kind of came in first, like a year in advance or so. I remember talks switched over to Sentinels. Sentinels being like a very kind of high tier organization with, I believe, a lot of funding that, helps support our scene. We didn't have anything else like that at the time, though. I remember we had like Denial Esports for a bit, but like there are a lot of esports orgs that kind of pop in and financially are kind of on like shaky ground, as they don't have like much of a footprint in esports. So they kind of come in and they don't stick around for a long time. Like, we've seen a rise and fall of a lot of different organizations over the course of Halo Infinite and the interim, waiting for Infinite. But these three organizations, like FaZe, Shopify, SSG, they seem very healthy, and have a good financial backing, and Optic obviously especially too. And they've all showcased like interest in wanting to support, which makes me optimistic that, we're in good hands. Like, yeah,
and then,
just much more established organizations are involved.
I fuck with Kason. I fuck with Kason, bro.
Bro, what are you saying, Arms?
He does love Halo.
I feel like Kayson is like phase in terms of like
RIP to
esports.
Halo. Very sad news that there's not going to be Halo Esports next year.
I saw that about you.
Broken.
Very, very,
Doesn't he?
very,
Distraught.
very,
He's hurt, bro.
that Halo Esports will not be there next year. As someone who loves Halo so much.
Yeah, we'll see, Fish.
Very sad. But the good news is, I believe it's just going to be so. Mistake me if I'm wrong. From what I know, Halo's essentially taking a year off. Correct, chat? So it's.
When he said this, a year off, I was like, whoa, does he know something we don't know? Because he's saying it with like confidence, like a year off. Well, what? They're just like next year we're going to have a new game? Like
essentially 1 year off and then the next game. And
then he says
so
1,
it's
2
like a
years.
gap year in a sense. 1 year, 2 years, however long it is.
That's a big difference.
So we'll try to find a way to do some cool shit with Halo for that year. It'll be really, really sick to see also some of the Halo guys go to COD maybe.
He's talking so slow.
We'll figure something out. I think we'll do some cool community stuff for Halo.
Okay.
Right, I gotta point something out. Does he have a headset from Atlanta event, bro? Yeah. Did he steal one of them? I tried to get one of those before and I couldn't get one.
He does, huh?
Bro, did he steal that from an event? You can't get those after.
He's got the Halo tags.
Bro, he stole that from an event.
Wait, what the fuck?
He has a speaker tag.
Am I tweaking or did he just like steal that?
He did steal that.
Bro, I remember I asked Richie for one of those. I was like, yo, can I get the ones from the events? And he's like, nah, we can't do
That's
that.
that big mic where you're like, yo, turn it a little.
Yeah. I'm like, turn it on. Bro, he actually.
Are they special though? Like, are they a higher quality Astro headset? Or is it just an A40 with like a special mic attached to it or something? Like, is it a higher quality headset?
I think you can get those. That's the TR kit, but the
TR kit.
That's hilarious. Dude.
No, you can't get them. I hit up Richie for them. Richie's like,
oh, you can't get the faceplates?
That's hilarious.
You can't at all?
I mean, I tried.
No, I have those plates. I have one of those, like, I don't know, sitting somewhere in my. I have 2 A40s.
I tried asking for the exact mic just because I wanted to replicate online.
The mic.
Oh, okay.
Like, no, can't do, bro. Like, here's the best like, second best option. And I just linked me some more shit. But that is a one
like
from
around
Atlanta
12 or
event.
1 or so,
That.
Ninja.
That's probably mine from last grind.
What? I did not know that. Is it like just much better than the rest?
Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't think we'd notice?
Oh, the mic attached to it is better, is what they're saying.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Interesting.
Wow, that's a good call. That's a good wow.
Nothing's gonna pass you, man.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. You're on point.
But Kayson's cool, man. Like the fact he threw the case on there, that was cool. He'll probably do something similar. Maybe a few things. Like he definitely has the right idea. Like
he's a good guy.
So it's a quick land for a weekend type shot.
So, Sabri, I guess that like what Kayson was talking about is basically this tweet from Sabri went pretty viral. Sabri went viral after like in COD or in the COD community after that clip with Illy when he was playing 1v1s, I think.
Right.
So I think that if he does decide to switch, then he would be an incredible COD player. I think that if you're a elite Halo player, that you can switch to a different game and that ball knowledge will just transcend different esports.
Sure.
So if you understand high level Halo rotations, trades, playing your life, discipline, that will transcend into other games too. That's why I think Matt was very successful in COD, and why I think also Frosty was successful, even in you too, John. Because during the limpo period,
We do a big trip down memory lane here. Ardaz, is that it? TV? Thank you for the follow and welcome. Formal starts talking about his background in his career with COD, and we learned about Renegade too. Like I didn't know any of this or any of the Renegade stuff.
yeah, because John
fucking got rounded.
John 27? Who are we talking about?
Listen. John's still a good COD player. He's still a very good COD player, and he's made his name known in the COD community. Because before, like
For
back
the right or wrong reasons, though.
Or like scamming like one other witches.
right? Because
I might have hacked a little bit. Man.
Back in the Halo 5 limbo period, or after Halo 5, John was on Splice with Shotzi, Stellar, and Eco for everybody that was watching.
That was nice.
Okay, special contract.
I can't hold that. Like,
I don't know if we should talk about this on stream.
I can't hold that against you.
Shit is hella low key, actually.
It's hella low key, bro.
It's super low key.
Listen,
Not really. I feel like he was pretty well known at the end of 2018 that they had some sort of special contract with Splice where they were like playing COD and Halo at the same time, trying to play the COD game.
John, what's your highest lamp placement in the crowd?
But they
top 272.
Not bad.
That's crazy.
There's only 271 teams better than me, bro. It's not that bad.
Wait, did you guys really get first round?
Yeah, we got.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you did, bro. Yeah, we should probably cut this, bro. John, you plan on competing in COD?
I didn't know that. But I remember like the Splice org, they wanted them to compete in COD.
Donald Lynn probably feels insane. Like make that the clip.
Wait, was that true, John? They wanted you to compete in COD?
Kinda. I feel like they just did it to get in. Honestly.
Yeah, I think it's like a Shotzi, like a propaganda, like fuck.
Yeah, I feel like they brought us along like to kind of sell us on that, but they like wanted to keep Ant because like after that event, after we just got shit on, they obviously just dropped us and kept Ant.
I'm not sure one went.
Jesus,
probably.
Was it? Did you think it was going to be like that going into it, or did you think you guys were in this team for like the whole season?
Dude, I was hoping we had like some COD kids to play with. Like we were playing with some like kids who like knew the game, and then like they left us because they thought they can like
wait Teddy Rex.
Yeah, like Teddy Rex and Ramby. We're playing with them. Yeah.
It was you. It was
on Splice. It was gonna be like Splice.
Are you lying?
No, I swear you didn't know about that. No, it was me, Kevin, and B.
And Ramby.
And Teddy Rex and Ramby and like Black Ops 4.
5 players.
Watch the scrims.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then
but John, I think you should tell the people, the audience at home, who you went to the event with, just so people don't think you're like.
Listen, I went with Kevin,
Eco,
Stellar,
this is good.
Druck 84.
Druck 84.
What? How was he throwing?
And my last one,
Dynamics.
JRG. Rich. Shout out to him.
He's a cool guy. Didn't know he played COD.
Wait, what event was this?
The first one of Black Ops 4.
Vegas?
Yeah.
I thought you guys went as a full team.
No.
Shotzi was not.
And was like 17 still.
Oh, I didn't know that, bro. I had no idea.
Crazy.
How did Druck get on that team? He played COD?
5v5 Black Ops.
It was like we already had like all our stuff booked, so we just like splice us down and just get like 2 people.
That boy Druck 84, he's a dirty swindler.
Yeah, dude, Druck
He's
was
a
like,
dirty
Druck was like,
swindler.
bro, I remember
Bro,
playing you in like blackout 1v1 wagers. I'm like, what?
I remember Druck used to play Fortnite too, so he's been jumping around like low key. He used to compete in Fortnite a little bit. How much am I anticipating this tourney compared to past events? I'm not anticipating it as much as I was anticipating Arlington for sure, right? Like I feel like Arlington, there was a lot more excitement going into the event because it was the first one of the year and all the teams had changed. This one, I think more than DreamHack, I'm anticipating it. I guess because we've spent 2 months off. We've had some team changes, like a second roster mania. And, we've just been fiending for an event for a long time. We're watching a lot of scrims, a lot of kind of anticipation just because we've spent 2 months, in between events trying to see where these teams stack up.
That's crazy, bro. I had no idea.
Yeah, no, I can let this slide because I could tell you about a pain at like late team we're at for an event.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Feel the hype?
272.
Join the broadcast tomorrow. We're going to be getting hype.
I apologize. I genuinely thought it was like the full team, and then they.
Whoa. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Might get weird, bro.
Yeah, let's see this wiki, bro.
That picture.
Why does it say retired?
I'm retired, bro.
Yeah.
No, I had no idea.
MW3.
Nice.
That's recent.
Raxies. Rack Attack?
Oh my God, they actually have you there. 210.
210. That's not as bad.
So that's a deep Friday. That's a deep Friday.
Bro, what the hell? That's like 6 p.m. You guys are done. That's like, yo, you guys trying to gamble or some shit? Like, we're in Vegas. Let's live it up. Like,
you think it's even 6 p.m.?
It's crazy to see players of that caliber go out in that standing, though, right? Like Stellar Eco are on that team.
Might be like,
what's that third, fourth, bro? I don't know.
They must have not had any sort of like proper practice or anything. They just kind of came in.
So wait, John, didn't you guys play
Pro Down?
John, did you guys play Tupac Thug Lord at that event?
Yeah.
Unleash the schedule. I'll just give you a link, okay? Just for the sake of not having to read through it again, but here. It's on Twitter. It starts tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern is when the matches start. TSM versus FaZe, first match, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, you did. I remember.
In winners?
Dude, I think we won.
No, you guys won map one.
Optic wouldn't get rid of Legend. They would loan him out to another team like they did Formal, but Formal ended up being on I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would be a smart business decision probably not to just like give him up or not give him up, for it'd be an expensive acquisition at the very least.
Won the hard point.
Yeah, you won map one, and then he also won the S&D.
And it was like, of course, we're playing this guy in S&D, and he just broke his down.
No, you guys, didn't you guys almost should have beat them in the game 3, but like Drake 84 like team killed or someone team killed.
Got you, Nomi. Well,
something.
Look, I don't know what you know, Nomi, but if there's a multiplayer only Halo game coming out next year, that would like low key save all the vibes in the community right now. So I don't know if you think you've got like intel or what, but I'm sure the whole community would love multiplayer, like a new Halo multiplayer to look forward to in a year from now.
Bro, it says Vans,
That's
me.
Neptune. That's Neptune.
Is that Neptune?
Yeah.
Okay. Bro, wait, scroll up a little bit. Actually,
in 2027. Okay, that makes sense.
Wait, it's
Yeah,
missing
that makes sense.
another LAN events, if I recall correctly.
No, I didn't go to that one, bro. I was just viewing.
That's what I was thinking. Multiplayer only 2027.
Yeah, no, dude, that was low-key my opportunity right there.
Won't be delayed.
You fumbled that one. You fumbled that one.
No, okay, so in my defense, bro, that was right when like right before I got signed to like C9, like for Halo. So like I was like on the fence with that.
Really? Was our city's like in like a peak moment in his career when that happened though? Because I feel like, you know, obviously Legend is like a, you know, cementing a legacy in Halo right now. You know, even kind of beyond what Shotzi had accomplished before he went to COD, right? Obviously Shotzi didn't get to spend too much time with Halo towards the end of it before he moved over, but like, you know, Legend's pretty sought after. I wouldn't just
And
give him
then
up.
I got signed to C9 for Halo, so I was like, oh, you know, like fuck this, I'm not doing this anymore.
Whatever happened to Teskey?
Oh, that was like in the like during like after H2A and everything.
That's like Blake and George. What?
But John was going crazy.
TST?
No, I actually went crazy.
No,
There's a
John,
clip of
John went
me-
fucking crazy. I saw this shit. He was going crazy.
And Rexy?
No, there's a clip of me getting like a 1v3 in this. Like it was actually nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
Who won it? Of course,
Tupac,
Tupac, bro. He
fucking
fucking, dude, he loves these little tourneys.
Mohawk.
Do you think that if you were on like a better team or got the team with COD people that you could?
But was
be
he winning
professional?
like that before he went to FaZe?
Bro, if I dedicated 6 months of my life to be like really good at it, I think I could be pro 100%.
You have to team with COD kids, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, scroll down a little bit. Hey, let me
Gotcha,
see if you
Ninja.
outplaced, bro, because I'm seeing like some crazy names. Okay.
for
Wait,
sure.
how are you
guys.
guys outplacing? Like, look at that flame team. Like, aren't these guys like all top ends?
Bro, I don't remember what this was, dude.
No, hold on. How am I tweaking? Like, there's no way like this is adding up.
What?
I feel like it's an actual like team. That Omid team right
But
there.
that Hollow kid played for Optic LA, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't recognize the names. Organized Gunless.
Crimp. My eyes.
Hey, why are you putting a bunch of like cosplay,
Classic
like
Decimate.
Shoxy? I'm reading that as Shotzi. I'm reading Frosty as like, I'm like, what's going on?
Just different spelling.
The fuck? It's like little like doppelgangers.
When you
What is this event? Is this like a LAN event or something? Basically, they're just saying Renegade has some potential. I don't know if Renegade would switch to COD. I think he said that like, oh shit.
What?
I feel like it's an
That depending on what they say at the end of the year, he might switch to COD.
actual like team. That Omid team right
But
there.
that Hollow kid played for Optic LA, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you gotta place Crimp. My eyes.
Hey, why are you
deceiving.
putting a bunch of like cosplay, like Shoxy? I'm reading that as Shotzi. I'm reading Frosty as like, I'm like, what's going on?
Just different spelling.
The fuck? It's like little like doppelgangers.
When you switched to
Online
COD, Matt, when was that?
MW3?
What year?
Oh shit.
2014.
And that was after Halo 4 or before Halo 4?
It was after Halo 4.
And you like basically switched because there was nothing going on in Halo, and you teamed with who was it, Snakebite, Ace, and Enable.
Yeah.
For your first COD event.
I'm running that roster, bro.
Yeah, and then right after that event, I left to go team with COD kids. So I was like, we're good, but like I need to learn the game.
Yeah, and
I
you.
need to see how COD kids think because like we were thinking about it like Halo kids. We actually did pretty well, but
Yeah, what'd you guys get again? It was a good placing.
I mean, like we got like top 20 or top 16 or something, but like
Wait, what?
Best way to replace Legend?
wait,
No
no.
freaking idea.
Yeah, we beat the. I remember like the Friday night match because back then it was like top 4 from open go to pool play. And
Do you have a clip of maybe like what's the Optic pod? It's just like a general Optic podcast. Do you have like a timestamp clip of Hex talking about that? So I don't have to. We don't listen to it all.
like we weren't that high of seed, like we were like 50th seed or something. But we played the number 1 seed Friday night and just like destroyed them. And I remember I had like 4,000 Twitter followers and I dropped like 19 kills on the Sovereign S&D game too to like beat them.
Right, Dickie.
And I gained legit like 14,000 followers overnight. I woke up and I was like, what the fuck?
What?
And it's like just an AM match. And then the next day we played pro teams and I was like, yeah, I don't even think these motherfuckers are that good. Like we played like Unite, who was like really good, supposedly, you know, they were like a top 3 team. And then we like,
What COD was this?
Ghosts. Yeah. So like we're playing like the back-to-back-to-back matches, like AM team, you know what I mean? Like
Low key, when I was listening to this the other night, I went and just looked up some of those old games, like the first LAN that he won on Envy. Just a totally different time period watching him play like COD Ghosts. I don't know, the quality was not great. The game looked like, I don't know, just so rigid and like stiff in comparison to current COD. It really has kind of, I know we've been saying COD is like the same thing every year, but things have changed. If you go back like to where Formal began, the way the gameplay looked back then.
Saturday morning.
Totally different.
And we're playing against the pro teams and I'm like,
Yeah.
they're not that much better than like what we've been playing against. Like, I don't know. I feel like I could like take over in this game.
Bro, I didn't know you guys play so high with a full Halo team. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, you guys did really well.
It was good. We also beat a team. We beat another team. We beat like Studdy and Chino in like round 3 of winners.
what?
And they got 3rd place, I think.
Wait, you beat like actual pros?
Yeah, I'm telling
What the
you,
fuck?
our like run was like kind of like gross for like a little.
I haven't
team.
seen anything on the battlefield.
Was Enable nice? Like, I know, because he also went.
Yeah,
pro
Advanced
and
Warfare is
pro,
a big
like, was
change.
he nice too? You know what I mean?
Wait, is that the last thing that they have for me? What? Black Ops 4?
No, that's not right.
What? Wait, what do you? Oh. Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know what happens if you click on that, but.
You went with Ace? Okay.
Oh, yeah, Ace.
Because I know, I think it was the same season because you went to a different team.
So Enable stuck with COD
got
too.
on a different team too. I think you were on FaZe or he was on FaZe or you went to TK and he went to FaZe, if I remember correctly. And then Snakebite was teaming with Royal 2 and Ogre 2. And I don't know who the fourth was. It could have been Ace.
All right.
But I know that they got top 16.
What is that? A 1.1? All right, I'll take that.
What event is this?
Parasite was going bananas, though. What is
The
that?
first Ghost event.
1.3? Like, just casually?
Looks like I pretty off of that pretty quick. 1.3.
It's cool to see like names like Nameless in there and whatnot. Some of the current casters who I guess were pros back at this time period, which is kind of cool.
My team hopping, like go back a page.
You want to see how fast you made it? Up to the
No,
top?
just like you like have to like you have to do what you have to do what I did, or else like I would have been stuck with at like top 16 for like a long time.
Arguably the best in the game
So
at
I teamed with
H3
those kids for
during
like 2 events. What is that? Like
Stainville? You guys' name
like
is
how long
Stainville?
is this? Like December to January? Okay, November, December, and then by January I'm on TK, and TK is the number 2 team in the game.
Wait, what?
Yeah, TK.
How did you do that?
TK was legit.
What do you mean,
like,
how did he do that?
TK was legit. Like
No, but actually though, how'd he do it? Because like Formal's trajectory as a pro in COD, obviously he's got individual skill that makes him, you know, a valued addition to like any team. But like the way that he's just finessing and like jumping around teams, like there's clearly a skill gap to this that he knew how to navigate, you know, in a way that most pros I don't think can. Like I think he's not afraid to make adverse changes if things aren't like, you know what I mean? Like if he thinks he can find something better, he'll go for it. He's not afraid to like step out of a comfort zone to move on to it. He's got some riz there for sure. Yeah, there's like, you know, he's just the game within the game.
getting second
But
every
that
land
does
call.
kind of need to be
Like,
studied.
When did the next best?
When did this game drop?
In like November.
Wow, that's actually insane.
So by January on the number 2 roster?
Like, especially I feel like in COD, I think it's harder to stand out as an individual like Phenom, you know? Maybe, I don't know if it was like different back then, but, and I know Shotzi, and there's some players who still kind of rise to the top and like stand out significantly, but I feel like COD, the way the game plays, it's just harder to like go on a run in the same way that you can in like a game like Halo where you can just hit like a kill frenzy and be, I don't, maybe I'm wrong in saying that. I don't know. I feel like it's harder to individualize yourself with the available like mechanics and whatnot in the game in comparison to Halo, but I don't know.
But you're gonna call it this guy?
I was because of Neslo though.
Aura.
Neslo was like a huge like Halo fan, so he like knew who
Yeah,
I
Merc's
was. And he
definitely
kind of like
doing
sold
it.
me to his teammates. They like just lost Goonjar to Envy.
Oh yeah.
And like they
Oh,
needed
yeah?
a teammate. It was between. I remember it was between like me, Stainville, and Proofy. That was who they were gonna pick up. And then I just went in there
So
and
many
I
players.
just like fucking. Was like, yeah, just I mean, if you guys
Bro,
want to
you're
team with me,
gonna
you
call-
can.
nah,
But I
you're
remember when
gonna
I got picked up, dude. It was an Xbox Live party chat. That's
No,
how-
you're in a
that's
party
how
chat,
old
you
it
get
was.
lost. You get in a party chat, you get lost. You're like, put the show in invite only.
Listen,
Don't let him join.
because then like I got picked up, and then like a week later, they're like, "Yo, can you hop in the car real quick?" I joined. It's like Sharp in Theory. I'm thinking I'm getting dropped, and they're like, "Yo, we got to drop Neslo," and immediately like I hop on that train. I'm like, "Bro, he's got to go." And like I don't have any problem with Neslo at all, 'cause I'm just trying to save my spot. You know what I mean? But then.
That's kind of interesting though, like if that's how he communicated, right? Because like you can't really be a nice guy is what he's saying here too, right? Like maybe other people in other circumstances would be like, maybe they stand up for Neslo because he's like your buddy or some shit like that. But Formal's, you know, very much playing for, you know, his spot and his future there by making a statement
Like
like
I teamed
that.
with them for a little bit. We kind of like blow out champs. Like we just kind of got shit on. We were actually
Kinda
really good.
cutthroat,
We pretty
yeah.
cold. Like I think we were
can't
like
be
one
too
of the only
nice.
teams that could have maybe beat them, but we just got shit on the champs. That was when we
don't
put
know.
Optic and shit, and just like
But like then you also have storylines of duos that have like stood the test of time. Like you've got Snakebite and Royal 2 that played together for 14 years, and you know the amount of times that they've been within, you know, grand finals, top 3, won tournaments is like staggering in their history, right? If they didn't have that friendship, the duo, then who knows what they would have accomplished separately, right? So it's like I don't know, it's interesting.
Wait, scroll down. Scroll down. Okay, wait. So then I go to FaZe at some point. I mean, these are like all online tourneys. So this is
Did you guys pick Goonjar back up from Envy?
yeah. We replaced Neslo with
Convinced to
Goonjar.
sign him, and then he said we got to drop
And I was
him.
on
Yeah.
FaZe for
I mean,
what, like
he didn't say it, but he also didn't like turn down the idea.
a
That's
month
for
or
sure.
two.
Bro, you were plotting, bro. Nobody was safe.
2 months, and then I was on Envy. But then that's when I started taking over.
What do you mean that's when you started taking over?
Well, I meant like that's when I started
Shit.
like winning
Endgame?
stuff. Like,
Oh,
look,
like endgame,
it starts
okay.
going from dark blue to gold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're winning shit. I guess.
Dude, you
And then I'm on Optic.
What was your first?
And then I'm on Optic.
First.
You're just getting lost.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you're
that's
getting
actually
lost.
insane.
What was your
You know what I'm
first COD event with Envy?
It was Gfinity 3.
Wait, your first
London?
Your first event one was
London.
London?
Yeah.
Man, that's a nice first event.
It's right there. Wait, click that. Let's see how we're coming with this. What is it?
They gotta like expand this screen or something,
Yeah,
bro.
click that. Or player stats.
Zoom this.
Yeah, just 10 years ago.
I was watching this on my phone, like I could not see shit.
You can go back.
Gfinity was at London?
Yeah.
Huh.
Where we played in Halo 5, like the
a Copper Box Arena.
Yeah, the very first Halo London event in 2018, that was in the Gfinity Arena. It was like a movie theater kind of. So I remember they were telling us that.
But we were running shit for a while. Oh my god. So much gold, and there's just like a random champ stroke, and then like.
Wait, I
back to
didn't realize
gold.
how fast you like actually rose to
Look at
top
that.
god.
Yeah.
Like you started out at the beginning.
Oh my god.
You literally started right.
I was
with
just
the first
hopping, bro. And every one of the teams I was leaving, bro, they were all shit talking me, saying, "We're gonna beat you the next event, beat you the next event." Guess what? No one fucking beat me the next event. And I was like, "Yeah, all right."
Wow. If I was you, bro, I would just be farming old ladies trying to walk across the street, bro, because you are going to a real hot and cozy place when you die. Bro.
What the
No!
Like just
That's insane, bro. Bounce said I'd be farming, walking old ladies across the street. Basically, he's picking up bad karma because he's jumping around too many teams. So he's like, holy, that's actually
seeing
funny
that
as
right
hell.
there. When you paint it like that, like what type of plotting you were doing?
I forgot I got coached by Space.
No, that's actually insane.
Bro, this is like some Wolf
you
of Wall
got,
Street
you got on the
shit.
top 2 team in 3 months of playing. That's actually like.
Yeah, but like, dude, I remember all the pros on Twitter were
That's
hating on it too,
crazy.
like bad, like saying like.
How does he even just think of saying that?
Just ignore it.
Like the fact that he even thought to say that is just so wild. Like Bounce is like the most random. I don't know. Like just. That's why I feel like he's a good stream personality because like he'll just say things that I've like never. I don't know. It's just crazy. Like how did he even think to say that?
Well, he said that
in
they
the
reached
moment?
out to him, right? Like Sharp came to you.
He's like, don't DM him.
They did reach out to me.
He's
yeah.
the devil.
Or actually, I don't really remember if they reached out to me. I do remember after the first Ghost event, I sent DMs to every fucking pro.
Jesus.
Saying like, yo, I'm coming, bro. Like you should pick me up now. And then I remember going back, like the petty fuck I am, like 6 months later, and just going back to those DMs and just putting an up arrow to like all of them.
That's
like
crazy.
I'm here. And then fucking tease
I'm
me.
here.
And they're all just like, dude. And I'm just like, I fucking tried to tell you, bro.
Just that you do have to have this like relentless, almost delusional confidence in your ability, right? And an ability to like rep yourself, stand up for yourself, do it in a way that doesn't make you hated, I guess, or I don't know, like it. Maybe you're a little bit notorious, but there's definitely like, you know, a balancing act to it. You got to be a special kind of person to. It's a champ mentality, yeah, where it's like, man, like I'm on the way up, I'm freaking unstoppable. You can get on this train or not. You know, you're gonna regret it later, type thing. It definitely takes a certain type of personality to, you know, back yourself like that, know what you're capable of, and walk the talk.
You're just taking your chance, bro.
Bro, that's awful.
Yeah.
You just fucking kick them when they're down. But you did.
No, I was fucking celebrating that I was up, I think.
That is true. That is true.
It's like I was trying to bring you with me, but you guys just didn't want to respond, didn't want to play
That
with
level
me.
of plotting,
You get to
like, it's
face me
pretty much
now? That's
equivalent to, like,
crazy.
winning an event, I'm not gonna lie.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
I'm saying, bro, I was playing the game within the game like no one's ever seen.
I mean, you're
before.
probably getting as much dope as you would from winning.
There you go.
You have to
the way
plant
it's
seeds. You have to plant seeds. Like you have to like basically network.
Yeah,
or
for like 6 months, bro. I was like,
No, this fucker's growing trees, bro.
I was
He's
like
growing
a
a
bot- I
forest.
was like a
bro.
botanist,
He's growing
bro.
a forest, bro.
I was in a greenhouse just surrounded.
If I was on a
I just see
roster,
like team logos.
if I was on a roster this time, I'd be like, yo, everyone block formal and screenshot and post it in here when you do.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, bet. But then they block that person that said that.
Yeah.
And they respond to me.
God.
That's the difference.
That's disturbing, bro. I didn't realize you were
Shady.
moving like that.
I was moving crazy, bro.
I remember we
Would be a great salesman. Well, I think the beauty of it is like in his zone, in his industry, he was perfect for the role, right? Like I feel like he's able to, because like gamers are a certain type of people, right? I feel like he knows how to navigate gamers really well. I don't know if he'd be a good salesman in like other industries, or maybe he would. He'd have to, you know, change himself. But like I feel like he understands gamers. He knows how to talk to and befriend people, and you know what I mean. Get on your good side, and also prove it too. Like obviously he's got an ability.
when we won that Halo event,
I don't
like
know.
when you came back, literally just randomly, we went to that H2A event.
I mean, you
out
know,
of
maybe it
nowhere,
translates
and we
elsewhere,
won,
but I
and then
definitely
you
see
went
it
to
here
a COD
in
event right after that and
his
won
industry.
too. Like I think
He's
it was
very
the
well
same month,
aligned.
or it was before or after that you won a COD event.
Oh, yeah, that was like one of my favorite like stats. It was like I won a tournament with 3 different teams on 3 different games in like 3 months or something.
It's definitely a skill.
It was like Ghost, AW, and then that H2A thing. I was gonna put that shit in my Twitter bio. I swear to God.
Multi.
I was like, I don't think
3 different
anyone
events,
care.
3 different games.
That's typical. People would care.
No, I'm not doing it anymore. It was cool at the time.
That's true. But honestly, just last thing I gotta say, if you guys have anything to add, but again, I think that if you are a top level Halo pro, like I'd say top 4, then if you switch to a different game, then you have the potential to like excel and actually be a professional. Like even Frosty, I think Frosty made it pretty fast. Like when Frosty announced that he was switching, he was on E6 before the last Halo 5 event. And then as soon as Halo 5 was done, he was immediately on E6, and I think he got on Mutineers after. So Halo pros have...
Wait, did Brad compete in BO4?
Not oh yeah, BO4, yeah. You didn't know that?
He got on E6 like right away.
With General?
Yeah.
He went to like events and shit?
Yeah.
I think I did play him once.
I don't really remember. Like,
I think he made it to the bracket from Open.
Yeah, if you're a Halo pro and you're listening to this podcast, you should try to switch to COD. At least try, bro. Unless you're like older in the back end. Like if you're like new,
he's not wrong, but damn,
like,
bro.
You, like young motherfuckers that are just coming into the scene and shit, go try, bro.
Yeah.
And who knows what the fuck could happen.
Descendant.
Don't take the other route where you just end up chalking and losing all your money, fucking eights. I don't know what the fuck else there is, and then going to work at CBS or some shit. I don't know. Try it, bro. Try to play COD and just see what happens.
I know I was...
Yeah, because now I'm thinking specifically about Last Shot and Cycle is who they're talking to right now. Like Last Shot and Cycle. Well, a legend, obviously. But like Last Shot and Cycle are in an interesting position where they're both very young and early in their careers, but they also have potential to like run shit in Halo. You know? I guess can they find a way to win a major this year? And if they do, then it's like a no-brainer. They should try COD. But if they don't win a major and they spend this year like in grand finals so close to the greatness, do they still pivot to COD without fully realizing their Halo potential? Is it just kind of your circumstances regardless? Yeah, anyway, it's interesting, you know. But strategically speaking, they should definitely give it a try. They're young and they're cracked, you know.
Talking to Kay before, and he told
Still
me
early
I
in
was
their
actually
career.
just asking
They're
him,
just
like,
so close to being on top of Halo right now.
Well known
It's
in
a
the COD
shame.
community, like he knows some of the S&D
If it
kids
doesn't
and
happen and
whatnot.
they switch.
So I asked him, like, if Halo ever doesn't work out, would you go and try COD? He's like, yeah, that would probably be my 100% backup plan, like plan B, right away.
Wait, is there a Halo pro you can think of in the past, Matt, who like, I don't know, he could play like 20 years ago, but like
do both?
Do you think?
Nah, can anybody actually do both though? Realistically, like when do you see any pro player try to? Well, first of all, you can't actively be a pro player in COD and sign to an org and compete in Halo tournaments. You can't do that. I think they're like that would be a conflict of interest with your contract or something like that. But you know, even if that was allowed, I don't think it's like physically, intellectually like possible to juggle 2 esports at the same time. Like you just wouldn't. Yeah, not with the COD schedule, not with just like how competitive it is these days. You know, Snipedown sort of tried it, and obviously he's got a ton of experience in Halo, you know, legacy there. But even then, like you could tell watching his gameplay that he wasn't like achieving his potential in Halo or Apex because he just couldn't put the time in necessary to be the best Halo player, or you know what I mean? Like,
any Halo pros
just wasn't working. Like he's got the natural ability for Halo, but you know, you got to really be invested in a game to understand all the ins and outs of like the mechanics and the meta and the pacing of things. You know, it's a tough ask.
Rose, have they played COD?
Not that he didn't have it in him. It didn't look like it was the most productive
Anyone you've ever
choice.
played against, anyone you ever teamed with, like knowing who, like the type of player they are, do you think they would have been good at COD?
Kevin, no problem.
I was kind of thought Solo would be good at COD.
Wait, yeah.
Low key, like the way he played, I thought.
What do you ran? You think a sub or an AR?
He'd have been a sub player for sure. Sub player for sure.
I remember like early Halo 5, or not Halo 5, Halo 4, we were playing Black Ops 2, I think.
Ola was?
Like when I was on Ambush, like on the team, like we were playing a little bit of Black Ops 2. I think like the little org that we had or something like that wanted us to play, but we just played a little bit.
I don't remember it all.
Like as I remember, Eric was with us. It was me, you, Eric, and Richie, and we would play. I sucked terribly. I was awful. I remember that.
Damn.
But I do remember that was like my first introduction to you playing COD.
Yeah, I don't really remember anything about that. I remember playing with Karma.
When Frosty did it, he was so cemented in Halo that he barely had to practice on. When Frosty did it, what do you mean? Are you talking about Frosty? There was one point where he was competing in COD, and then he like played. You're right. He played a Halo event and won, right? Reeling guy, thank you for the follow. Brother, welcome. I think he rejoined his Talks roster while he was like actively on Mutineers or something like that, and won a Halo 3 tournament, I believe. Right? I think that's what you're referring to. Bro, you want me to read that out loud,
Playing
Bluey?
with Karma. And Karma was the first.
Just gotta
COD
pretend
pro
that didn't
ever played with
exist.
me when I was a Halo pro still, and he was playing League play when he was back when he was like crazy Damon. like shirtless, streaming, like living at some random chick's
toilet
house,
humor.
like
Wait, what?
like a nomad. Like he didn't have like a house, bro. He would just like
on a
date some
barcode?
chick.
He's on a barcode?
Live with her, and then like,
Doesn't know where he was
he
before
would
the
just stream
podcast.
at their setup and just tell them like get the fuck away from him. He would just stream
Wait, hold
shirtless
on,
and
hold
shit.
on.
I'm telling you, Damon was
Hold
a
on.
demon for a
Wait, hold
long
on.
time, bro.
Nah,
I'm
we
not
don't-
even trolling. Damon was on
I don't know
some-
what is
Damon
before
was
my
Damon-
time.
Wait, listen to this. I don't know anything about Karma's background, but Formal say this is about Karma, the COD pro.
I remember playing with Karma. I remember playing with Karma, and Karma was the first COD pro that ever played with me when I was a Halo pro still. And he was playing League Play when he was back when he was like crazy Damon.
Crazy Damon.
Like shirtless, streaming, like living at some random chick's house, like
What?
like a nomad. Like he didn't have like a house, bro. He would just
He's
like
on a
date some
barcode?
chick.
He's on a barcode?
Live with her, and then like he would just stream at their setup and just tell them
What?
like get the fuck away from him. He would just stream shirtless and shit. I'm telling you, Damon was a demon for a long time, bro. I'm not even trolling Damon.
All right, sorry. Thank you, Clutch, man. Welcome back. 27 months is crazy.
He was back when he was like crazy Damon. Like shirtless, streaming, like living at some random chick's house, like
Wait, what?
like a nomad. Like he didn't have like a
Nomad.
house, bro. He would just
He's
like
on a
date some
barcode?
chick,
He's on a barcode?
live with her, and then like he would just stream at their setup and just tell them like get the fuck away from him. He would just stream
Wait, hold
shirtless
on,
and
hold
shit. I'm telling you, Damon was a
Hold on.
demon for a
Wait, hold
long
on.
time, bro.
Nah,
I'm
we
not
don't-
even trolling. Damon was on
I don't know
some.
what is
Damon
before my
was
time,
on some crazy shit for a while in like 2013.
You're telling me he's just like
When he was Farico Karma, like he was like wild.
he was
bro.
moving like that though?
Like he's at events shirtless, running down hallways drunk as fuck, like like playing the next day. Like he doesn't give. He was crazy, bro.
Okay.
Damon was hella tippy. Yeah.
And now he's flexing like 5 rings, bro, right? Holy. I guess it worked out. He seems like when I see, I don't know his background and trajectory, but like when I see how he is today, he seems like, at least he looks like a guy who's like buttoned up and kind and like, you know, then again, I don't even interact with his content, so I can't say. I'm just looking at his features, but I did go back and look at like the younger version of him. He definitely looked like, you know, I think I see what Formal's saying, but anyway, crazy.
Super cool.
I didn't know that. He's a family man.
Anyways,
He looks like a
thanks
dad,
for
like a
watching,
family
guys.
man now.
I'll see you guys next time. Later.
He's got dad vibes. Nice. RuneScape. All that wild
Listen to this podcast.
competitive energy. You know, maybe not really tapping into it anymore. Separately from this, there was the Mint Blitz video. Good listen though, honestly. Good listen. That podcast was like a good vibe. I'm not gonna lie, it was a fun one. We are so back. Is this the video?
15 years. Halo Reach is 15 years old this year. The servers have been brought back online just like Halo 3. A dedicated bunch of Halo
I watched the
players
Brower
have been
video.
working tirelessly to restore online functionality to one of the Halo community's favorite games. And today, we're going to go through it all. After I covered the Halo 3 version a few weeks ago, I got spammed with messages saying
Trying to get Damon to go to rehab because he was drunk streaming one time? Damn, bro. Yeah, I mean, some of these pros have had some wild trajectories. You know, and in some cases, it looks like they've, you know, rose to some undeniable success, and then in others, like it catches up with them and becomes a problem later. You know, like Mango notoriously kind of had like a drinking issue that he had like control of, and he's always like, you know, super entertaining and vibey and incredibly talented at Melee, so it didn't matter if he didn't take it seriously. Like, if you guys know Mango and his Melee trajectory, it either you retire and things go well, I guess, in Karma's case, or your habits catch up to you, and you know things are looking challenging for Mango right now.
So here we go.
Just like having fun. You just didn't care. I got you. That's fair. We all have our you know, we're all young ones, or currently.
Halo Reach, the final game in the
Wait, is this a video?
Halo era, is for many to be considered their favorite Halo title. It isn't my favorite.
Wait. This is what year is it? Is this the video that you guys were referring to, where we talk about Halo Reach? Future Halo Plant. This is
Hello
it. This is the
everyone,
video.
welcome back to This Week in Halo, the Halo video that catches you up with everything Halo related this week. This Week in Halo,
I'm gonna
the
go to bed
Hayabusa
soon, Barbosa.
helmet, the helmet everybody wanted to still earn, has been announced to be coming back. We have an update on the Halo cheating situation, a Halo Doom mod crossover, and even a report by...
What Formal does is really dependent on what they announce at the end of the year, Synox. So there's a chance he could continue competing if there's like an event lined up and we're optimistic. about Halo going into the next year, but if that's not the case and they don't have something lined up, then he'll probably stop playing Halo.
Mr. Rebs, it shows Unreal Engine was
It's up
being
to him,
considered even during Halo Infinite's development. We've also got the next
Yeah,
major
I watched
Halo
it. It was the first thing we
tournament
watched.
this
What's
following
right?
weekend at Salt Lake City. At the tournament, we'll be getting a preview of the newest Halo Infinite update. Lots
Sweet.
of cool stuff to talk about this week.
That's
Let's
tomorrow,
get
by the way.
into
They're
it. So
previewing
first up this week,
previewing the new update and the partner team skins, I believe, tomorrow. So good reason to come hang out and
we
watch
have
with us.
Halo Infinite and the Hayabusa helmet, which many of you commented saying you were just about to get and it got taken away, will
Gotcha.
be returning in September. Sketch commented the other day on Twitter that the Hayabusa helmet will be returning for one final run in the September operation, so save your points now. Nice of the developers to give players a heads up, so if you were planning to get it before, here is your chance. We spoke about
I mean, Dumpy, you watched my YouTube short for that, right? Like, I mean, we definitely reacted to King Joel. Thank you, brother. Welcome.
This is the way.
Here.
This is the way.
Because, like, that clip was, like, the best clip of 2024. And it's one of my YouTube shorts where we gave it its attention, you know? Arguably the best clip of all time in Halo is that Lucid play. This one. Why can't I hear it though?
Lucid once again, the ball is going to get played.
Snipe off map.
Oh,
Sneaks.
catches it.
Lucid catches it.
Get air
Hold
before
on.
it can go off the map. And let's see.
I don't know, like, it looked like he might have faded backwards before he actually dropped it. Like, it didn't fly off.
Probably not a good way to watch
Lucid
this.
catches a 7-bullet snipe.
Lucid decides to do here. Ball is going to be able to draw some players off from shot by into some
Mental might be regretting this one.
locations, and there's going to be one
He's last
pick
alive.
over into dummies,
Oh,
second
no.
pick onto the
He's cooking.
silo.
Three.
Just gonna jump out. No
Triple.
scope, the triple kill. Wait,
Tommy,
Lucid!
Oh my fucking god!
Bro, I can't believe I said that for the record. I like at the top of my, I'm just reacting. It was so insane. You know, like I think it was kind of deserving to say something crazy, but I really just straight up said, oh my F-bomb. Like, I don't know. That was just like so out of pocket of me. I'm not going to lie. And it made it tough to share the clip after, but the clip was so freaking hyped that like I had to share it. I probably could have censored it.
Yo, did you see the pop-up?
And he takes over with it.
Oh my god, that was the best clip of the tournament. Oh, he's still going. He's still going. He's still going. That was the best clip of the tournament.
From that sniper not being tossed off the map.
That was the best clip of the tournament.
Once again,
For the record, if there's ever a play in Halo that's deserving of oh my effing god, like OMFG, like straight up, that's the play, right? That was probably the best time to have that reaction. So sure, valid. That said, I don't want that to be like my gut reaction to a play. You know what I mean? Because then when I share it later, I'm like wincing that I'm talking like that on the broadcast. It makes it insane. I guess it does. I think maybe it's the combination of that plus I said God afterwards. You know, maybe if I just said like, holy fucking shit, like maybe that'd be like less like, I don't know. Anyway, Sneaks, thank you for the sub, by the way, man. Welcome, brother. I appreciate you. Whatever I say when stuff goes down, I can't really control, you know, if it's crazy enough. Like if Lucid or somebody pulls off a play like that again, I'm probably going to say something wild. You know, it is what it is. I just hope that my natural reaction is not that, you know, very often.
about this helmet being FOMO.
It's a crowd. I mean, bro, that was an insane play.
It's something I was very curious about, as it's the only helmet that's available
Fair.
for a limited time.
Anyway.
Explain why this is happening, and it turns out this helmet came to fruition.
Formal's kill tack was better. The issue with Formal's kill tack is we didn't get to see it. We saw like the tail end of it. So if we saw the full Formal kill tack, then maybe. But I think the significance of like everything about that Lucid clip was insane, bro. And it got progressively more insane as it went. And like, I don't know. He caught the snipe, though the snipe itself probably, I don't know if it would have fallen off the map, to be honest, because the way that it was like dropped was not correct. See, it's like falling straight. Snipe was like off map. See, it didn't actually fall off the map. Like it wasn't, he misplayed it, but he caught it. And then he just went insane. Like the last shot that he hit is like the epitome of just ice, you know? He did some crazy movement around the outside of the tower to finesse him.
He's cooking. Three. Triple kill.
That shot is so nuts, bro. So for the over, like in a fade back to the tower, he's jumping backwards around the pillar, fading back, catching a mid slide. Like there's pressure on him. I don't know. Everything about that was like just peak, like perfect as a Halo clip. I'm not gonna lie. So the formal clip, if we saw the full thing, I'm sure it's in the conversation, but that was insane, bro.
A licensing partnership. It's a unique
There's
situation.
like a tricky jump and the shot, and he's one shot, and he's getting chowed in an awkward way.
The creators of Ninja Gaiden who are calling the shots on the timed availability of this helmet. It's
and Lucid
odd in a
never
way
pops
because
off,
I
but
don't
they're
see
not
the
like that at
downside
least.
of the
He
helmet
big time
always
popped
being
off for that.
available, but that's just corporate gaming for you. We also have a preview of the full update for Halo Infinite coming on August the 1st. The next update should be another large-scale update, as we've had 2 smaller ones the past few months.
I don't know. The game's changed a lot, guys. We got bandage starts now. I think that's one of the biggest fundamental changes. So it benefited certain play styles and certain players, maybe more than others. And I feel like Lucid has been more a standout in the BR meta and with the sandbox. That's like one common talking point about why he looked like such an MVP in year 1. Like, he's still incredible. If you watch him in his scrims, like, we've seen him flow state and go insane. But I think once they changed the meta and the GAs came in and it's now bandit and precision rifle dominant, like, other players have rose into the spotlight.
The expectations I have will be 1 new sandbox item, cosmetics, and a returning/new game mode, most likely made by the community in Forge. Once we get the preview, I'll do a follow-up video. Speaking of community creations, by the way, and this week we have one of the coolest things I've ever seen by Valkyrie. They recently hit 2K on Twitter, so follow them if you'd like to support the project. What you're seeing on screen is a Doom 3 mod, the horror Doom game, Halo-fied to have the Flood. Still very work in progress,
kind of cool.
but you can see the popcorn flood swarming on screen, which looks amazing.
That's pretty
There's
cool.
been Halo Doom mod crossovers before, but most are from the earlier arcade versions. Being the Halo nerd I am, I actually did some digging and saw that Valkyrie already released a Quake Halo mod, and I'll put some images up on screen of that
Halo
too.
mod.
It also looks amazing. From Halo weapons to enemies, it really has it all. This one is already playable, so if you want to play it, it'll be in the description too. Following on from that with the good news this week, and it's something I've been covering for years, it's the Halo MCC cheating situation. It's a constant arms race between developer and cheater. One side improves their anti-cheat, the other side improves their cheats. It's a never-ending battle, but today I've got some great news. Halo MCC is much safer to play today than it's been in years. In ranked, you can still come across cheaters as the much smaller population makes it easy for them to target players, but if you're in big team battle and the other unranked playlists now, even myself I found to be having a much easier time now. Before I couldn't even stream the game without being targeted. Many things have seemingly been fixed. Yes, things may get worse.
Maybe part of the reason why
time,
it seems
but
like there's
at
been an
least for now,
uptick in
if you like
popularity of
classic Halo,
MCC.
Things are doing better. Now moving on from that, and if you aren't following Mr. Rebs already, and you should be, as the man bleeds Halo.
That's a
he
big
has
shout
been
out right
doing
there.
detective work, and I'll link his full video in the description as well. He found actual evidence that Halo Infinite could have been made on the Unreal Engine. He found a private presentation from 2017 that shows the former studio head Chris Lee talking about which game engine they should pick. There's a lot to break down
Impact's
here, but again,
vision.
shout out to Mr. Rebs. But what he discovered was a full Vimeo presentation about 343 Industries' plans for Halo going forward. As soon as Rebs found this, it was taken down, but not before he took screenshots and took notes on what he saw. So
Holy
to catch you
shit.
all up, during Halo
This guy's like really freaking like data mining going in, man.
Infinite's development, 343 Industries weighed up the options of whether
Yeah,
to
I don't
stick
normally
with the
listen,
Halo
but
Glam
he
engine,
makes
which
good
became
content.
Slipspace, or swap to the Unreal Engine. This screenshot shows a trip to the Coalition, the Gears of War team, and that is made on the Unreal Engine, so investigations were being made. Mr. Rebs reported that Infinite's art team threatened to quit if leadership didn't investigate switching to Unreal Engine. Ironically, I feel as though if 343 did swap to Unreal, many issues that we have seen through Infinite's lifecycle could have been avoided, especially in terms of adding new content to the game, which has absolutely plagued the title in the last 3 to 4 years. The second screenshot Mr. Reb shared had a lot of interesting points, one of which says it would take 2 years to completely recreate the foundation of Halo on Unreal. Interestingly, that timeline seems to be what's happening now with the Unreal projects, as Halo Studios now has to build those systems to help facilitate making the games on the new engine.
I sincerely hope that the physics engine is ported over and the game feels like Halo that we know. You know what I mean? Like, I heard that that's like a possibility. They could take like the Havoc's physics engine and kind of like port the Halo feel over to Unreal. We'll
Side
see.
note, and this is something you will all comment on, one of those dot points says culture
Our team threatened to quit is not
is a
accurate.
problem. I'll leave this up to you guys in the comments as to what this could be inferred or interpreted as. It could be 343 and the old leadership's goal to get that broader Halo audience beyond the current Halo audience, but we can only hazard a guess. Mr. Rebs went on to say that 85% of leadership, a vast majority, voted
Some crazy
to stay
shit I
with the
never even
Halo
tried to
engine
do.
and work with Slipspace over swapping to Unreal. unreal. 343 at the time cited the problem was not recreating the feel of Halo, so anyone who was worried about Unreal Halo not feeling like
The
Halo,
scope.
even in 2017, 343 wasn't worried about that. It's the scope. Now, scope could be interpreted as content, the size of the missions, the level of detail of each facet of the game. With the recent information that said Halo developers aren't currently happy where the Unreal projects are at, this could be one of the reasons as to why. As I said from our own
Scope of the game. So amount of content offered or size of what? The campaign and stuff like that? Like the game that we're going to get is going to be a much smaller package than we're used to in regards to Halo. It seems like they continue to trim it down with every release.
Sources, game dev is stressful. It's going to take time to build the systems in place. We'll see what happens with the reveal in October. Either way, it's funny.
It sucks that like the only tidbit of information we get as a progress update in the game happens to be that like devs aren't happy with the way that things are going. Like this is where we are again. You know, it's like, why is that the leak that's getting out? Why can't the leak that gets out be like, bro, they're really excited about what it like. I don't know.
Industries did swap to Unreal during Infinite's life, the entire landscape of the franchise would currently be different. Probably for the better, as the technical debt and the engine issues from Slipspace made it so Infinite as a game never really stood a chance. It also would have meant that developers coming into 343 would have had more knowledge of the engine, as in this day and age, the Unreal Engine is a staple in game development.
Much easier to hire employees and train them.
Would have had to balance engine maintenance and updating a Halo title at the same time. It is very interesting to think of where Halo could be, but it gives us an idea of where Halo could go in the future. And that leads me on to my final point. As I'm making this video, Halo Studios has made some broad sweeping announcements for the future of Halo, and it includes the Halo World Championships.
Remade on
Halo
UE?
Studios went on to say in the latest press release 2 hours ago, as the studio continues to shift more and more towards the next era of Halo, we feel this is the right time for the official HCS competition.
If they were remaking Infinite on UE, then they would keep the competitions going, though, you'd think, right? Like, why? Yeah, I don't know. That seems like a kind of a waste of resources at this point.
To move on from Halo Infinite. Year 4 will be the final official HCS events for Halo Infinite.
I know,
and now's your
Thanatos.
last
Could be
chance
fun.
to be a part of this momentous chapter of Halo Esports history. So this year will be the final World Championships for Halo Infinite. Next year we'll have smaller Infinite tournaments, which will also include other Halo titles too. The developers went on...
Nah, but the way that they explained that, they said through side events, for the record. Like, they said Halo 5 and MCC through, like, side events. They didn't seem to give me the impression that they're going to have, like, a MCC LAN or something like that. Unless, of course, Chris Puckett was to do another one of those throwback tournaments, like for Halo 3 maybe, or CE instead of 2. But I don't know. Like, the way that they worded it made it seem like Infinite is the focus, and that if there's H5 and MCC, that it's side events like they've done in the past.
To say, looking forward to 2026, while the studio is fully focused on the future of Halo, you can expect there to still be more online and on-LAN competition for Halo Infinite. We'll
Timmy flirting with NDA. Yeah, he's been kind of flirting a little bit with the NDA stuff.
/MCC, as we've done consistently via side.
Not telling me anything, but dropping some vibes in the chat.
Says, let's not forget that 2026 is Halo's 25th
Seems a no ball.
anniversary, and we plan to celebrate the occasion in style with the whole community. Stay tuned to the Halo World Championships this year, where we'll share the initial details of what's to come. I'm hoping this means that to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Halo, we might get an entire year leading up to the Combat Evolved remake with interesting, unique content. Ideally, I'd love a celebration of each Halo title for a month or so leading up to the first Unreal game. If that includes new Halo MCC content in the next year, that would be great too. Either way, I'll be eagerly tuning into the Halo World Championships this year to hear what's coming next. And with that, that's this week in Halo. Very, very interesting week this week. We've got some awesome community stuff happening, massive Infinite update on the way, and Mr. Rebs, he deserves everyone's support for finding this needle in a haystack. Seriously, go subscribe to the man. Let me know your thoughts on what we might get content.
You didn't talk about the carbine?
Leading up to Halo's 25th anniversary.
Got a hot take? What's a hot take?
Enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
Cool. Alrighty. Oh, it happens to be the same song. The next Halo's multi-kill timer should be set back to 4 seconds, not 4.5. Yeah, or maybe it just doesn't grow as you get more kills. I think that it gets longer and longer as you get more kills. I don't know. He said it once and deleted the tweet later. I mean, I don't. What like? That's cool. I don't know if Active is like testing the game that's coming up or what. Good for him. I'm being rated by Dommy Don and his subby DJs. Be prepared. I'm about to rate somebody as well, so I don't know who Dommy Don is, but in advance, I appreciate it. I'm about to get off. So yeah, Worlds, hopefully, Vinny, I got the ticket. Did they announce a FaZe coach replacement? They didn't announce it as far as I'm aware, but King J said that they found a replacement. So just stay tuned tomorrow. We're going to find out. I think that's going to do it for me for now, though, guys. I think we've kind of covered all the conversation points we'd like to. SLC's tomorrow. I'm not trying to burn my voice out or anything. Just wanted to keep the vibes chill today. I'm very excited for tomorrow. We're going to, go 120% the whole weekend. I hope you guys are there with me. I really want to break some records, both in viewership and subscriptions and all that. Though, we're just vibing regardless. But putting in the work this weekend. I hope I see you guys there. CC may be on. Yeah, we'll check. When will I stream? I'll be live like between 12 and 1 or like 1 p.m. About an hour before the broadcast. Like 1 p.m. Eastern, probably. Considering it starts at 2 p.m. Yeah, let's see who's live on Infinite. We can send you guys to Mailmain. It's kind of different.
Nice.
Mailmain is just dedicated. He's a competitor who's grinding on a regular basis on M&K. Over Onyx 2000 at this point. Pretty damn good at the game. Seems like a vibey guy. He comes to participate in the chat and whatnot, so I figured we'd throw some love his way, guys. If you haven't watched his gameplay, give him a follow. Go hang out in his chat. Rate someone with low viewers? Yeah, I think Mailman is a good option. We'll give him a rate. We'll give him a follow. Hopefully you guys follow suit. To Rachel? Rachel's not live, though. Oh, you mean Cardinal Redbird? Yeah, I'd be down. Maybe in the next one. Samantha, I think we already kind of locked it in. And saying, no problem, man. Happy to be here. Let's keep the vibes positive tomorrow. We're going to have a great weekend, not just a great day, right? We got a great weekend of Halo coming up. And expect the unexpected when it comes to LAN, right? Expect the unexpected. Things are going to get kind of crazy. I expect some upsets. And, anything's possible. Rest, drink water. Yes, all it goes for all you guys. Definitely going to rest up tomorrow. Yeah, man, I'm excited. We're coming in full energy. We also got to get the thumbnail situated. So hopefully the thumbnail looks good for tomorrow too. We'll see. Anyway, guys, 170 viewers. 170 over to Mailmain. That's a hell of a rate. Give him some love. Have a great rest of your evening, guys. And let's have a great weekend. Peace. Same with YouTube. Juan, Raphael, Vinny, Gems.